What up, guys? How you guys doing? For life, for like an hour. Just came back. Did a gym therapy type of situation. Went door dashing with my daughter. Yeah, once again, at the beginning, like, single parents, like, parents in general, just cherish your kiddos, man. They grow like little weeds, So it's cool to chill with her and just small conversations. I try to talk to my kids, but once again, like, when you hurt your kids, remember this is foreign. That's all parents out there, parents to be like, gotta watch your words, man. Because when you hurt your kids, like, the worst people get through with your words is who? You know all this? Your partners and your kids. To rekindle those relationships, especially with your kiddos, it's really hard to do. At the foreign, nobody has to forgive you. They can hate you, dislike you. That is their choice, free will, and that's the shit. That's how I do the life sessions for the universe, because I just pay it forward. Once again, all the shit I talk about, I wish, like, when I was a lot younger, I had a real support team and that type of, which I would say the same shit in Alien Journey Wise. Like, I wish I was younger. I wish my family guided me. Hey, what's up? Let's say, how's it going? How you been? How's life? How's your health? And that's why, once again, it's not ever too late. The younger the better, I will say that. So that's like a life of the universe. Like, so you try to potentially work in your feelings as a being. You gotta feel, what I say, you gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. If you want to feel your feelings. If you want to figure out what love is. If not, then be codependent people. I'm alright, just chilling. That's cool. Any plans of the other weekend coming up, my Master Queen? And that's the shit, once again, just like, if you want love, nobody has to have love at all. Like, a lot of us want it, right? But I tell people, you know what it is. If you comprehend it, you know what it was. I promise you 1,000. Who talks relationships, be sad and depressed. You won't worry about people taking energy type of situation because you give your all. That's a downfall. Respect. I feel like if you're too empathetic wise, like the nice and nice girl, like I was past tense. My tattoos, I'll take my head off in a minute. It's just like, you're over loving, you're overthinking, you give your all, right? You wear your heart on your sleeve, all like rage ass. Like, cool, I get it, comprehend it. What's your sign? Astrology talk, Aquarius, 18 of heart, 43, single father, your kids, co-parenting best as possible, favors on the block. So, the best will age, once again, as long as you maintain it, lasts forever, best as possible. That's why I do an hour live session, then go gym therapy. I could do one-on-ones. I could do live sessions for hours to be, in the streets, especially in Seattle. My tattoos attracts the universe, especially the queens. We're talking about life, like just, it's feelings. Nobody has to feel their feelings. That's my tattoos. All my tattoos are about feelings. If you want to feel them, if not, keep scrolling, keep going. Look at me. Don't say nothing. Respect, don't say nothing. If you don't want to feel your feelings, free therapy, what's the feel? Yeah, no, free therapy talks relationships, co-parenting, have a function, emotional, and spiritual as beings, because that's all I talk about. Like, if you want love, quote unquote, you know what love is, and that's the situation. And this is downfall. But a lot of us, like, people make it feel good. Like, people, that's the shit. Your parents, your kids, your partners, whoever, the pastor, the therapist, cool people, and they want man-made bullshit. Your car, your job, your body, your beauty, your home, in therapy, traveling, whatever the fuck you're doing, right? So I tell people respect me wise, like, but I'm telling my body to question everybody, and then, in a positive manner, if people make you feel good, if man-made bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make this shit make sense. And the answer is why? Like, I was 95% of the universe. My number is to say, if you're in a positive manner, 95% of the universe, what? You're codependent of all the universe. Like I used to be. You're broken codependent, scared to be alone, battle issues. You are looking for love and happiness in people and man-made BS. All you're doing is bad and bendings. You cut the wounds and you're matching your head. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever knew was you. The end. You just don't know that yet. What? You're the answer to your own life. You just don't know that. You believe it's a being. If I have a kid, I have a family. Kids are a blessing. I'm single for my kids. Also a lesson, respectful wise. I love all my kids, and I teach all my kids. Don't become your mother and father. And many of the family. Learn to love you. Be selfish in a positive manner. Hey, what's up, Twitter? How you doing, man? How you doing? How you feeling? How's that? I need to stay away from toxic people.
Powering off.
Best as possible,
Powering
That's why I say,
off.
rejection is protection. It's your life, And on top of that, push on my tattoos, push on narcissistic energy vampires away 1,000. Show them up from distance, But LDR is the most toxic. What's LDR? If you can elaborate that, please. And that's the shit, toxicity is not good. That's just energy vampires. That's what it's all about. Matching energy, not taking energy. If they take energy, what should you do? Realize boundaries. Learn how to say no. Learn how to be mean to them because they'll be mean to you. Reverse psychology. If you don't do that, which is your choice, you go. spiritual talk, you allow people to hurt you, right? Bully type of situation. You're being mean to yourself, hurting your own feelings. You just don't like, yeah, thank you, Queen, thinking about that. And I say respectfully, and it sucks. It's just like support teams, real support teams. About talk about real life. I'll tell you about my life. Oh, long distance relationships. Oh, okay, LDRs. Yeah. So LDRs, as a forewarning, I did that before, and you got to be ready for that. As a forewarning, anyone can question. Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing? Anyone can question the relationship. Oh, thank you, Queen. Thank you, man. What you gonna call it? For example, my last relationship, right? It was like 2 years and let's say 2 years. To keep it simple, 2.5 years, right? I'm in Washington State. She's in California. That TikTok love story. One of my followers, we talked on Vibe to the fullest. Everything went smoothly, right? But here's the kicker: LDR. The idea was for her to come to, after the kids graduate, she comes to meet me in Washington, and she's out to the kids. So it was kind of like everything was a line type of situation in motion. But what you gonna call it? It failed because of love language, and that's the thing. In the beginning, I said, "Hey, sister, the first version of myself, I'll be lovey-dovey, them and wrong, but I don't buy gifts anymore." Type of situation. Thank you, man. Thank you, Queen. And I said respectfully, and then we talked about it. She would buy me gifts. I go, "Hey, babe, just to let you know, you don't have to buy me nothing." That's what I tell you. That's what we talked about it. Cause remember this: if you're in a positive man, when you start learning to do self-love type of situation. You want for it to be alone. Allow us to be alone. The loneliness you're lonely. And it'd be nice to have a body by your side as long as it's healthy. If not, then be scared to be alone and be in a toxic relationship. Maybe it starts healthy and then turns toxic. That's not healthy for nobody. Hurt people, but not what we do. Heal people, we heal people. We got it for one. Hey, just to let you know, that's a look at it, the way it's going, thank you, Queen. And that's the shit. So we talked about it as adults. Once again, all the red flags were there. Because why? I let go of my ex-exes. So less texting, less calling. I'm in a live session. I have to go 5 times a week live, right? And she wasn't on there. And remember, what's the call it? I'll message her, nothing. So as it being like, initiate biology, like this is your partner, you text them, why didn't they respond? But remember, respond, I say this to let you know, nobody has to respond to you, even if it's your partner, as a forewarning. So the intent is to match energy. So let's say you text them, they don't text. Time frame, let's say 6 hours. Match the energy. Let's say they text you 6 hours. Let's say call you, text you, and then they call you out. Why are you doing that? I'm just matching your energy. Before you're consistent. Remember, the love is consistent, straight as a fucking arrow. Toxic love, that's inconsistent. So everything, all the red flags were there. Fear, no fear at all. It was the most beautiful breakup. That sounds crazy. Like in Seattle, they'd be like, I've heard healthy breakups, good breakup. I've never heard anyone say beautiful. Why was it beautiful? I saw all the red flags. I was waiting for it. What do you mean? I was waiting for it. It was coming. We talked about it. She shared a tears type of situation. As it being respectful, the mother of boys, she's the last queen. This last time I will ever shed tears for, because I don't need a partner. I want a partner if she wants that. We match energy, not take energy. And from the recent potential wise, I learned from her is facts like marriage, right? Go with each other, last dying breath forever. It's not factual, because one day your partner can wake up. Fear in a positive manner. No one said this shit. I'll get tired of my body. Fear in a positive manner. Did you know anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone can ghost, anyone can break up with you? That is their choice, free will. Are you ready for that? How will you act? How will you respond? If you've never thought about that, you're in your mind, you gotta be a little more open-minded. Observe the red flags. Because I promise you 1,000, before they ghosted you, broke up with you, all that cheating type of situation, all the red flags were there. If there were physical neon lights, you'll still see them. I pray up a hell manifest. They change their fucking ways. It's not gonna work in your favor, respectfully wise. That's why love is consistent. Match energy to the fullest. No one's perfect, have flaws, but as long as you're trying on both sides, communication, comprehension, you can potentially evolve together. And that's why toxic love is inconsistent. That corny ass line, let's say life. So as it being, I'm always dissecting this. Every time I get simple as possible, right? So when they say life's hard, life. So let's say life, right? I'm putting my / toxic love, broken codependent relationships is the emotional roller coaster, right? Your highs and lows, your ups and downs, your good and bad days, because that's toxic love, inconsistent. So which side are you? Are you on love, best as possible, consistent? That's what you're offering. That's what you're doing, right? Naturally, you're not acting, you're doing it naturally. That's because you're more empathetic wise. If they're more narcissistic wise, that's emotional roller coaster ride. The good days and bad days, right? That's called toxic love, inconsistent. So why are you doing opposite track, respectfully? And yes, easier said than done every which way initially, but real support teams will hold you and guide you. But remember this, nobody can fear and save you at all. Only the person mirror can, which is yourself. Why did I come across you? I don't know. Bro, you're just yapping. I'm yapping about life. And obviously, boys can't talk about life at all, because why? Why? Because they hurt your feelings every which way. So once again, boy, let's keep pushing. Go to where the OnlyFans are at. On TikTok, hell OnlyFans. Here's the best part. All these OnlyFans queens, they can't teach you shit about life. They make $1 zillion, but they can't teach you shit about life. They go on social media. Today I'll go my BPD, MPD, fucking depression, anxiety, can't see my kids. Sob stories. But the cyber tricks, pay in their pockets. Any queen live, trust me. Oh, thank you, my dang queen. They're getting paid and they're not saying shit. I can show you, like, I'll play some clips. You can't see what I see. But remember this. If the female showing all her body off of thinking queen, nothing against her, make her money, but here's the kicker. Nothing positive. She might say hi or it's quiet. It's mind blowing to me. But remember this, why? Lust makes money every which way. Sex sells, called sex appeal. Every which way. Eye candy. So obviously I'm not eye candy at all. And feelings, for the boys, they don't want to talk about their feelings at all. Fuck no. But they want love. Make that shit make sense. You won't talk about your feelings, but you want love. How is that going to work out for you? You know, and that's a topic, especially the queen. I'm saying all queens are empathetic, whereas a lot of them are. Us men can be more narcissistic. Not all of us, a lot of us are more narcissistic. We're not talking about these conversations at all. To do communication comprehension, to talk to my partner about everything wise. I want to talk to my wife. Say if I had a wife, right? So now, the housewife, we're bumping heads. I got the work wife. Everything happens at work, right? Everybody knows what's happening at work, but no one says shit because you know what? It's not my problem. It's not my relationship. Correct, it's factual, but here's a kicker. You can open your mouth. You know, you can just kind of jump in. Hey, before, you know, aren't you married? You know, not your boyfriend, girlfriend type of situation. Aren't you both, you know, have couples type of situation? But before you start fucking around, messing around type of situation, why don't you just divorce them? Squash it. Because that can destroy the fuck out of them. And they could tell you, hey, fuck off. It ain't your problem, you know? You're welcome. Hope all is well. Thank you, Twisted. Heck yeah. No, thank you. Everything's good every which way. How's your night going, Twisted? How's everything with you? You feeling better? And thanks for reaching out once again. Tell me, like, I'm out of your pocket every which way. Please don't feel alone. That's the cool thing about social media. Maybe locally you have support teams. Real support teams. Technology, man. I'm on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones. You know, and I was doing to my last day in breath or until they cut me off on these platforms. I'm just telling stories. Like, if you want to feel your feelings, right? I'm about to play some clips, right? And that's the shit. It's like, if you want love, you got to work on yourself as a being. You don't have to. You should want to work on yourself. And once again, nobody has to feel their feelings when I say that. So, I'm playing some clips. And this is X, the full X. Just say I'm for it. I always promote him, hype him up because, what you gonna call it? He gives me an idea. Faith is there's reincarnation, there's afterlife because he was saying a lot of good shit at 20 years old. Thank you, my dang queen. I couldn't teach nobody. Respect when it says the old words myself at 20 years old. I couldn't teach you about real life. But all the shit I talk about right now, all my tattoos, these live podcasts, nothing. At 20 years old, nothing. Born as a Catholic, I can tell you this: go to the church, play in God's hands. If people are mean to you, they bully you, wise, pray for them because they're suffering. And that's it. Be a good person, show respect, and you know, everything work in your favor. Respectfully, maybe in the spiritual universe, yes. The physical world, no. Because you're getting bullied one day, a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years. Like, God, hey, where you at, man? They keep bothering me type of situation. Favorite tattoo? Oh, Queen, I got you. Thank you. Yeah, yes, feeling a bit better. Having some time alone is nice. Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially when toxic situations, yeah, and that's the shit, like, that's what I preach about it, toxic relationships, you know? So I have a bunch of tattoos. My favorite tattoo, I love all my tattoos, right? It's for the whole universe, but the main ones are my collarbone. And I love all my tattoos. But it's the oxymoron I told my ex-wife, whatchamacallit, so it's on my collarbone, it's hard to see, it says right here, I love you for leaving me. So here's the kicker, how do you tell someone that, you know, you screwed them over, they screwed you over in a toxic relationship? I love you for leaving me. Initially, it hurts. Like, you know, she would tell me that you're crazy. Like, no, it's an oxymoron. You don't get it. Like, I do love you for leaving me. It hurt initially, every which way. I just, you know, you made the best decision for both of us, not knowing. It was a blessing in disguise, you know? And I started the healing journey at 39. My tattoo, 39. 18, I'm 14 now. I'm about to be 44. The last 4.5 years of my life, I'm blessed. I love the universe. I have nothing against nobody. My exes, my past pain, my toxic love, trauma, child trauma. Nothing against none of my family, because respectfully, all the shit I talk about, all these tattoos, they don't know this conversation at all. Respectfully, a lot of people know this conversation at all. Because respectfully, I say this, triggering subject, triggering comment, right when I say this. If higher source, whatever you believe can do it for you, and church according ways can do it for you, respectfully, why are you suffering to this day? Why is all your family suffering to this day? Respectfully. You know, that's the shit. You know, shots fired to everybody. What? Once again, no one to comprehend what I say. Higher source and every being is what? We're all just communication. We're just messengers. That's all we are as beings. Only you as one being can do what? Comprehension. I can't feel your feelings for you. I can't do your healing journey for you. I can't do closure. I can't let go for you, but I can be a real support team. I can do compassion. I can elaborate best as possible. I got you every which way. But remember this. When I go home, I'm blessed. Before the life and after session, I'm blessed. When I wake up, I'm blessed. I love the universe. Financially scraping by. I'm single father kids, but in the red pill world, I'm the richest person in the universe. I got my life back. Thank you. So I said, thank you, Queen. And that's how I show respect. It's not a reason of competition, but when you start loving yourself, I promise you 1,000, you can breathe a lot better. You can think a lot better. And you see everything more clearly wise because it's just energy. You can see a good person and a bad person in front of your face, you know? Verbalize boundaries. Show them a distance if you have to be. And then from there wise, the truth's always gonna hurt. They'd be like, you're being mean. Like, how am I being mean? I'm just telling you the truth, honest. I know honesty sounds bad, telling the truth hurts, but or I could lie to you, tell you're doing good. And when I know you're not doing good, I know I want to sell you a dream, you know? I like it, I understand that. Oh, thank you, I'm happy you do that. Respectfully, just it was a blessing, this guys, you know, like it would have been nicer once again, but I'll tell people like everyone's excuse, did you have a real support team? All the shit I'm talking about, my tattoos, these conversations, the clips that I play, is any of your family teaching about this? You know, anybody. If not respectfully wise, then what? Authentication, yeah, most definitely 1,000, and that's the shit. That's the shit. Like, don't be hard on yourself. Remember this. How can your family teach you anything if they don't know this conversation? They can teach you higher source, cool, be a good person, be humble, awesome, but then what? You're sound depressed, and let's say they're not. Can they teach you how to overcome sadness, depression, triggers? Hello from Boston, my friend. Hey, what's up, Bob? Hi from Seattle, Washington. How's it going? How's life? How's everything? And that's the shit. Once again, I want to tell people, like, don't be hard on your family because they don't have this conversation. My situation, none of my family from Washington State, mother, father side, both sides, down to Mexico, back to Spain, the motherland, zero. Can't teach me anything about raw real life. Other than church corny ways, respectfully wise, and I say that, you know, so I just tell stories. You gotta learn from some things from experience. Facts. Queen facts, learn the hard way, quote unquote, right? But I say respectfully, but it's like, I can't stop this, but I can prevent it. That's the goal life of the universe. I just tell stories. Maybe you have, you know, you go in a situation, I go hold you and guide you, but I can't finish save you at all. Thank you, Twisted. Thank you, Queen. And then let's say you haven't been in that situation, that scenario. The positive, you're hearing this, remember this, nobody has to comprehend nobody, but this is raw real life. You get, I tell all my kids, you know, and anyone that's young, check out middle school, high school, like you have feelings for a person, but here's the kicker. Do you know what love is? Because if you don't, everything starts from home. If you have a toxic household with your parents, you know, single mother, single father, no parents, what's that called? Child trauma, right? Let's say the potential to be in middle school, high school. You ask them, even when you're older adults, ask them how your parents doing. Well, my parents, I don't got parents. I got a mother, or they passed away. Oh shit, how you holding up? I do shit all the time. You okay? How you holding up? I'm okay. You know, allow us wear the mask smiles. We say we're okay, but behind we're dying crying. That's like that tattoo that's saying the Phantom of the Opera tattoo, the mask of smiles. Smile now, cry later. That's facts. When I was a lot younger, you know, a gang might feel so bullshit, you know, lowrider bullshit. Like, no, it's facts. Because you smile now and you cry later. You cry from everybody. My old version of myself, I cry away from my ex, the kids, from everybody because I didn't know what to do with my feelings. So, bought like a bitch, let everything out. And I feel better, right? And then from there, what? I don't know what to do. I'm still sad, depressed, PTSD, anxiety and shit. Like, whoa, you know? Whatever your knee coach has it tatted on his body. Right? As far as positive and negative words, yes. Sleeved up, working on my back. Eventually, next year I finish all my tattoos. That's it. You know, any positive and negative word I put on my body for anyone to trigger people. Positive, negative, it's just words. Like, for example, toxic relationships. Whoever's the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. Spiritual talk, not man-made bullshit slavery. That's people too narcissistic. Spiritual talk. If your partner's the fuck boy, fuck girl, bad boy, bad girl, they're verbally abusive. First it starts with emotionally cheating, then the cell phone, verbally abusive, you know, breaking shit, and then physically abusive, and then fuck boys, body hopping, the whole phase, right? They're your slave masters. Say fuck your feelings. Whoever's too empathetic wise, you won't say fuck their feelings because that's wrong. It's a sin. I feel guilty because that's not you, right? Yeah, you're too empathetic wise. That's your flaw, respectfully wise. It's the version of myself, you know. You have all the answers within you. Life, yes. It's really simple. Life is really simple. When we say life's hard, this is the reason why life's hard. Everyone has child trauma. All the universe. You can say, my parents, yeah, your parents are good. What about your siblings? What about your neighbors? What about your cousins? What about your uncles? I guarantee you got bullied, especially the adults. Once again, they bullied you and shit, right? So what I say, everyone's got child trauma. The bullies that bullied you are getting bullied at home. The parents in toxic relationships are bullying each other. The cherry on top, while life became hard, relationships that make you, break it, definitely destroy you. Typically middle school, high school. You screw them over, they screw you over. Your mental health goes to shit. You probably had anxiety, depression, but you never thought about it. Now you trust somebody with your mind, body, heart, soul, and soul of 1,000, and they took it from you. Now what? Now your anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger just kick on. Triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, all that shit. Negative feedback loops. So true, coach. I'll keep it 1,000. I just tell stories once again. And if you want to break down life, it's really easy. I promise you 1,000. Like all my tattoos, I want you to write a book. Pretty soon next month, I'm gonna get a 2x4 right on Avery.com. So especially in Seattle, they'll ask me write a book on these platforms. So a little 2x4 will say my book, and it'll say the cover. It'll say the answers to life, and you flip it over. It'll say the answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever knew was you. My phone name Margarito Yala, Margarito Yala. My phone number, my email address, on my platforms. There it is. Anyone asks me my book, there you go. What? There you go. Then it'd be like, what do you mean that's your book? Read it. That's my book. That's for everybody. What do you mean? You think, look around at the farmer's market. Look around you. Beautiful energy, beautiful people every which way, right? Demigoddess and goddesses everywhere, right? But here's the kicker. I can't finish save you, nor can they. Only you can do it for yourself. What? It's not your partner, it's not your kids, no one in the universe but you. Higher source holds you and guide you. I'm talking to you. We're communication messenger. Here's the best part. I don't know you from atoms. I don't even gotta tell you this. I can keep it to myself, but I just pay it forward. Now that you heard these words and maybe in your head, start triggering something. What do you mean? I'm the answer. You're the answer to your own life. Because if you're in a positive manner, your partner can get it, believe, they can cheat, ghost, divorce you, break up with you whenever they want to. That is their choice free will. Are you ready for that? Or will you sit here with nothing wrong with the grieving journey for how long? 30 days, 60 days, 6 years, 6 months, a year, 2 years? Now you're single, celibate, which that's your choice free, but you're scared of love. How can you say you're scared of love? Make that make sense respectfully, and I say that respectfully every which way. You are a very knowledgeable coach. Oh, thank you. Well, Alyssa says, if I call your name Queen, let me know. It's fact. It's because I went through a lot of shit in life, and here's the kicker. You got it the hard way. I comprehend that stain, but I tend to dislike it because before me, right? Because when I said none of my family knows conversation, zero. I have hella family, right? And they don't know this conversation. So all the beings before me, especially younger, older than me, you know this shit. You've been on this shit. Respect and say this. That's what bothers me as a being. I'm just like, that's why 4.5 years ago, going through my second breakup, losing my second family-wise. Well, my second big breakup, losing 2 families. I was like, when I figured this shit out, this life, quote unquote, because there's got to be someone in the fucking universe, all these spiritual, religious, atheists, there's got to be someone that knows raw real life. I don't give a shit about your car, home, respectfully, because nothing man-made can shed tears for you, not even your body and beauty at all. It's you, your mind. Your mind is on titanium, or we were like a piece of paper. So when I figured this shit out, I made it about the universe 4.5 years ago. When I figured this out, I'll pay it for the universe. I would tell stories, and nobody has to comprehend. But here's the best part. I won't ever go through this again because I don't need a partner. I want a partner. A zillion queens in the universe. Why would I stress about one? Make this shit make sense. I would talk to her about everything every which way. She doesn't respect my boundaries. She doesn't have to respect my standards. That's her choice free will. But I don't. Hey, babe, the door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to. That is your choice free will. I'm my tattoos. I'm not your slave master. You're not my slave master. I'm not your slave. You're not my slave. Nobody owns nobody at all. So are you ready for that? Because you can get to believe, you 1,000, 10,000 you queens, I won't shed tears. If I get to believe she goes divorce you, you'll probably shed tears. Probably hurt you. Why? Tell me why you need me. Why you need me in your life. Make that make sense respectfully. And that's why I just tell stories. Relationships can bring out the best or worst parts of yourself. 1,000. It's amazing what one person does to us. Everything starts lovey-dovey and good in the beginning, right? The spark. But here's the kicker. When the spark starts ending, why? That's the question. Why? And that's why you feel the energy shifting, that's your partner. If you can't talk to them, why are you walking on eggshells? Why are you doing this toxic relationships? Like, that's what I say in the potential to be. We become each other's friends, best friends, lovers, porn star, therapists. We love each other only. We both comprehend they will all be more younger, beautiful cosmetically wise, but they don't have what we have, spiritual talking wise. We blessed now. So my motto to everybody, like the potential to be, if I can talk to you about everything, Queen, what am I doing with you? Because you're young, 18 years old, Kim Kardashian money, OnlyFans, that's mammy bullshit. Your body and beauty cannot give me advice to life. Toxic love of us a dime a dozen. Respectfully, any queen on any platform, she don't gotta say hi to nobody at all. She's got fucking zillions of options every which way. You forgot to call me. Oh no, I'm gonna call you in a minute. I'm gonna do like an hour live session, and then I gotta go do some gym therapy. I'll call you then to do some gym therapy. And I say that respectfully wise. I don't say that there's no way this man versus woman women, there is no competition at all, especially in social media. Yo, the Queen's DMs and comments come out. Any female goes live, zillions of fucking people there. And she ain't saying hi to nobody. And they're love bombing her, gifting her. It's like, it's fucking mind blowing. Like, I'm like, dude, that's lust right there. Look at that. But I love my wife. I love my husband. Nothing wrong looking. But when you're gawking, that's called emotion cheating. Everything will start with emotion cheating. People can relate. Oh, yeah. I've been through it or still going through it. Yeah. You are a very humble coach. Oh, thank you. I'm a lot more humble now. I'm more patient for the most part. It just sucks that a lot of us is destroyed every which way and we don't know what to do. That's the problem that beats us up, like our feelings. But that's why if you want to evolve in life, you got to feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. So then you can learn to love yourself more, be selfish in a positive manner. Remember, this is your life. I didn't give you life. Your parents gave you life. Cool. Your parents gave you life. Now you're an adult. So what are you choosing? What are you doing every day above ground? To be sad and depressed? That is your choice for will. The question is, for how much for longer? How much for longer? And then you want someone magically to come in your life to fix, change, and save you? That's not factual. They can try to, but remember, let's say you're traumatized, too traumatized, and they start seeing that, and they say they're in the healing journey. Did you know the intent against? They should talk to you, but they don't have to. Nobody has to talk to them. Nobody. They can just ghost you. You know what? Damn, they're too traumatized. Fuck, or they're too toxic. Peace got to go. Then what? Then you're chasing an adult, fighting for an adult, begging an adult. Like, don't stop chasing adults. We all know right from wrong, but we just don't have those conversations yet. So I just tell stories, that's all I do. It's hard because the people who love the most end up getting hurt the most. Queen 1,000. I'm not saying all men when I say this term, all women. No. A lot of men and a lot of women, right? Especially in the ghetto hoods. My tattoos. All the ghetto hoods, once again, when it comes to religious talk, right? Like heaven and hell. If you don't know, you could be atheist, right? But yeah, I know you heard this term, religion for sure. Then hell type of situation in heaven. Nobody has to die. I'm going to tell you right now. Nobody has to die to get to heaven and hell. If that's a scenario, I'm born and raised a Catholic. I use the word idea of faith there is afterlife, all that good stuff, but I don't know. So I will not I will not preach about something I don't know, right? So don't worry about that for now, the heaven and hell. As long as you do your part best possible, you're doing your parts. But you live in this shit. Simple as that. Every which way scenario. In the ghetto hoods, I live in the ghetto hoods. You can't miss me at all. I fucking stand out. I'm fucking attention getter, right? The way I dress, my clothes, my hair, everything, my tattoos, right? So you can't miss me. So I live in the ghetto hoods, but I'm not in it. I don't walk the streets. Everywhere you see me is in and out type of situation. Because my tattoos, they're brown, I'm brown. They got tattoos, I got tattoos. They can be altercations. So if I'm trying as long as possible, say as possible, I wear them every which way. Now from the suburbs, my real people, my Seattle people right there, they're not fucking, you see me in the streets. Especially in the suburbs. So once again, I'm not saying everyone in the ghetto hoods is bad. No, a lot of people are. So all the ghetto hoods, that's what my tattoo says. All ghetto hoods are Lucifer's playgrounds, hell on earth, toxic relationships, toxic love and lust. All suburbs, good areas, are God's playgrounds, heaven on earth, healthy relationships, love and lust. And yes, you have bad people in the suburbs, you have good people in the ghetto hoods, yes. I live in this shit, I'm telling you guys, right? But here's the kicker on the overall. I preach about environment. Look at your surroundings. How is the community? How are the people? That's the situation. So once again, everything, remember this, everything starts from home. So when you go to your home, by yourself as the foremost, and say a potential partner, right, or family, how is it? Do you love going home, or are you dreading to go home? If you're dreading to go home, it's toxic as fuck. Remember this, as a being, like the over myself, that you're going to your dungeon, your sentencing, your hell on earth. Every day, above ground, every morning, every night. Fuck, I hate this place. And I get it. Sometimes you can't leave financial abuse, the whole economy bullshit. I get it. So they intend to adapt to environment best as possible, If you love going home, because everything that's from home, then remember that's your peace, your temple, your heaven on earth. I love going home. I'm a homebody as it is. I love myself as a being. After 30 years of my life, I comprehend what true love is, right? It'd be nice to have a partner. It would, but here's the kicker. No one's guaranteed to be by your side at all as a forewarning, And I'm not going to just be desperate to get a relationship. No, fuck no. I don't deal with toxicity. The potential abuse, you could shoot a shot type of situation, but I tell everybody, before you shoot your shot, speed dating, social media, even if it's a local, I'm not saying everyone has social media. A lot of us do. If you can't handle the word no, rejection is protection, first and foremost, nobody has to tell you yes, you know that, right? So if you can't handle the word no, when you got somebody out, then do speed dating. Go to my platform scenario, use myself as an example. All my platforms, what I post, what do I talk about? Go to your platforms. What do you post? What do you talk about? And don't keep it 1,000 not real. Don't overthink and overlove. It will be a cute couple. get married and have cute babies. Why are you overthinking, overloving? You're deep in the rabbit hole, way deep in the future. Because when you shoot your shot and tell you no respectfully, there goes your dreams. There goes the marriage, the kids, us. What? No. Respectfully, I went to your platforms. Scenario, I don't party and kick it. You're posting about your exes. They're stalking you and bull stuff. Like, no, I date you and your exes. What do you mean? Your exes won't let you go. They don't want to see you happy. If I'm trying as long as possible, stay as possible. Respect, queen. I won't get involved with you. I see future in a positive manner. Nothing against you. I could be your associate, your support team. As long as you're not too toxic, your friend. If not, I stay an associate. Why? Because once again, they don't want to see you happy. Anyone that gets involved with you as a potential partner, I guarantee your ex will jump in the mix because they don't want to see you happy. As a forewarning, and you don't comprehend that. That is your choice, free will. Long time no see. Hey, what's up? Oh, what up, Rhea? How you been, King? It's been a minute. How's life? How's everything? How's everything with your mother of your little ones? The baby mom, is it better, like co-parenting type of situation, or there's still that better baby mama drama, baby daddy drama? Sorry, I'm tired. It's been a long day. Tell him Peso did it. There you go. What is your take on people that are targeted as a black sheep? Oh, that's the family. That's the one. Well, when you start the healing journey, right, all you become the black sheep as a forewarning, because if you never spoke, like, you might have spoke about God, spiritual universe here, but never like on it, like, positive talk, you become the black sheep. Remember, they're gonna call you crazy. Initially, you would think you're crazy. You know what? Maybe I am crazy. Maybe this healing journey is not a good thing, because everyone thinks they're telling me I'm crazy. I tell people, stay strong. I was strong with my support team 4.5 years ago, my real support team. Like, your family would think you're crazy. You're not crazy. I'm talking to you. They don't know this conversation, because if they did know this conversation, respect me, why did I reach out to you? All this shit I'm telling you, why am I talking to you? If your family knows this, why aren't they talking to you? And I love them for that. Like, it's facts. So once again, you will become the black sheep. You're crazy. My situation 4.5 years after the breakup, they'd be like, you're still doing the live session, you're still stuck on your ex, you can't let her go. I'm like, I'm stuck on my ex? Are you sure about that? Because if I was, like in the beginning, go to my YouTube channel. I would say my ex, some other boys, right? Right here, that's her name. I'd be like, she's a narcissist, right? She got up and left, moved on right away. Everyone has narcissist traits, but here's the kicker. She chose for us. Like, with my first baby mom, 12 years, right? I finally chose myself 12 years. I gave her 1,000 chances. She gave me 1,000 chances, 7 years, right? So what happened? You don't give you 1,001. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, they check the fuck out. They're done. They're exhausted. Every which way. Guys. Oh, shit. Sorry, the puppies. So, that's why I started the healing journey. I want to figure this shit out. So my family thinks to this day I'm crazy. I get more tattoos. My dad don't say shit. He'll tell customers, to give me grief about him. Like, tell my son that they're wrong. I'm like, they're just words. Some customers, they're just, everyone has their own expression themselves, right? But yeah, no, everyone is in the healing journey in your family wise. See what you're trying to do. Detox with codependency and do what? Break the generational cycle. As it being that, you can't do it for yourself. They be on social media, they be like, when you break this generational cycle, you do it for your ancestors and then for your lineage, aka your kiddos, and the present, the future self. As it being, I can't say that I did it for my kids. I did it for myself first and foremost, right? I got my life back, so I just tell a story to my kiddos. I tell all my kids, don't become your mother and father. Kids, marriage, don't wait till you're like 30 or 40 years old first and foremost. Make sure you learn to love yourself as a being. You come first before anybody. If not, you want to be codependent, put your partner first. I pray for you. But the best part, when you're down, I can pick you up when you're down, but I can't finish save you at all. So that's the shit. When it comes to black sheep, don't worry about that. It's just a term. Like, your family, if they don't know this conversation, they don't know this conversation at all. So you have real support teams. I'm always your pocket. Social media, I guarantee you go on TikTok, type in, even YouTube, type in like, deflection, empath, narcissist, black sheep, healing journey. There's other kings and queens in the healing journey. Everyone's at their own level, their own pace type of situation. But we can pick each other up when we're down. That's a positive, because you're trying to evolve. They're trying to evolve. That's beautiful, Sorry, I try to catch everyone's comments. Apologize. But yeah. So once again, that's a good life for everybody. But anyways, sorry, listen. It's hard because the people who love the most end up getting hurt the most. You know why? The original myself. Are you nice and nice girls, right? What's your flaw? Hey, what's up? Actually, how's it going? It says, you're too empathetic, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too nice. You call it what? A people pleaser. If you do opposite track, go after the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl, guess what their flaw is? They're too narcissistic, they're too egotistic, they're too mean, they're too private, they're too greedy. They call it what? Destroyers. So you are doing opposite track. You pray for him manifest, the higher source, whatever you believe in, that one day magic will change your partner's way to love you like you love them. Respectfully, it's not going to work in your favor. Because respectfully, if higher source can do for all of us, then why are you suffering to this day? I suffered until I was 39. Stop that shit. I got my life back. I don't need a partner. I want a partner if she wants I. Respectfully, I don't need anyone in the universe. Needing people's codependency. I want people if they want I. We match energy. We don't take energy. I'm not going to force anyone to be in my life. That is their choice for every which way. So that's why as a being, if you're too empathetic wise, you got to control your what? Your empathetic traits to the fullest. When you make the decision with your heart, feelings, and sympathy, you will always find your face. Always make the incorrect decision because respectfully, what does everybody do? Especially when boys and girls too narcissistic wise. They would play the role of entire sob story. Boo-hoo me. I can't see my kids. My ex destroyed me. I have no parents. Yeah. So what do you think? You're the fixture, the original ourselves, the traditional amps. What's our flaw? What do we think we are? We're fixers, changers, and saviors. Yeah, it's not gonna work in your favor. You can go there for the person in the mirror yourself. Yes. You can't do for nobody else. All we can do for each other is what? Heal, guide, support, uplift, warn, show love to each other. That's all we can do for each other. But nobody can do the healing journey for nobody at all. Only the person in the mirror can, yourself. Have you ever tried writing your thoughts down? Me personally wise, honestly speaking wise, I don't. Okay. And I say respectfully wise, a lot of queens, some kings too, they do journaling, right? And that's good, that's beautiful. Nothing wrong with journaling, but here's the kicker, that's a lot of writing. Excuse me, I'm a geek techie. I can type all day, but even then, that's a lot of work. Typing, technology, baby steps, do audio blogs. I'm streaming. It's a live podcast. So I'm talking to you guys, the universe, right? You got your cell phone, baby steps, voice memos, record, talk to yourself. That's baby steps, audio blogs. When you're ready to, video blogs. Can you actually grab your cell phone, look directly in the camera, and talk to yourself? Whatever you're going through, talk to yourself. I tell my one-on-ones, try it for a week. They never thought of that. I'm like, what? Queen, king, I'm not knocking on writing. That's cool, but here's the kicker scenario. You got your journal. Let's say you have it with you. You're traveling, whatever, going to the store, and you forget it at the McDonald's, your bathroom. You go back, it's fucking gone. Like, you have to rewrite all that shit again. Technology, audio blogs, video blogs, digital copies. You can fucking put this, be smart about it and do backups. And the cool thing, that's why I do a live podcast. You want to see the old version of myself? When I was saying my ex was narcissist, I was saying narcissists can't change. That's incorrect. Anybody can change whenever they want to, but a person that's narcissistic, it's harder for them because they're not ready to feel their feelings. They don't want to try to do accountability type of situation. They don't want to start the healing journey because it's scary. Because now the intent is to be alone. If you keep attention with a partner, if both of you are trying to do communication comprehension best as possible, but it's better to be alone and have a real support team. We pick you up when you're down, like, yo, you can have about it by yourself. Remember this, you're hurt. If you hurt them, hurt people. That was not your intent, but you're doing that, right? Heal people. I'm healed now. I'm telling you a story. And to guide for one you, but you don't have to comprehend me. That is your choice, free will, I feel like you have a lot of knowledge to divulge, but it's kind of tough to keep up. Oh yeah, I know. I apologize. Speaking the way I speak fast, right? I'm trying to speak a lot slower and I apologize, and then I mumble slur, and then I fluctuate fast, slow. I'm only one person first and foremost. Like I do many one-on-ones. I'm exhausted. I'm always exhausted. The positive on my side is when I sleep, I die. Insomnia. What's insomnia? I don't have insomnia. I've had insomnia for 9 years of my life. Ever since the breakup, like I got my life back. Like my mind's clear. I love the universe. I'm a big fucking Care Bear. I just tell stories, man. That's all it is. But yes. And here's the kicker. My little story. The only reason why I speak fast is not because of myself as a being. Typically Mexican Hispanics, right? Chicano Mexican Americans, especially on the west side, we speak a hell of a lot slower. Quote unquote normal. I try to speak like that. Respell and say this. If I try to speak slow like normal, quote unquote, I feel like I'm talking to you like respell and say that. I'm like I'm like dumbing your ass down like you're tards. If I ever say that and then me, I'm trying to speak slow, normal, quote unquote, and from there on, am I saying that at a correct pace or am I saying too slow? I don't want to think people are mocking them type of situation, because trust me, I used to speak a lot faster than this. But the only reason why I speak like this is not because of myself as the being, because my first baby moms. Remember this, that empathy, with multiple personality disorder, all that bullshit. Everybody mirrors everybody. Everyone can act like anybody. That's why it's called mirroring. You let's say you chill with somebody, right? You never had an accent. You didn't use certain terms, type of situation, certain words. You chill with a clique, especially your partners, and now you speak that term the way their lingo is. Yeah, everybody mirrors everybody. So my situation, Mexicans, Chicanos, we speak typically Hispanics, quote unquote, we speak typically a lot slower, normal, quote unquote. more understandable, right? Trust me. My family used to me now, my parents are before, they're like, I don't know what you're saying. I know you're speaking Spanish, but I don't know what you're saying at all. And they would just laugh at me. And I try to slow it down, just like, fuck, this is so much, And whatchamacallit, because my first baby mom, she's Latina. She's born in Venezuela, raised in New York, but she's multiracial. She's Puerto Rican, Cuban, Dominican, Brazilian, and some other culture and type of situation. So she speaks Spanish to a certain extent, more Portuguese, Latin, and then East Coast New Yorker type of situation. So that's why we hear certain New York terms, that East Coast terms, they're not my words, that's her words, East Coast, right? And then I speak fast because of her, because I adapted, because I see all the Latinos, they be like, shut up, Bobby, I can't slow it down for you. We all speak like this. You Mexicans, we speak Spanish, different dialects, but here's the kicker. Y'all speak slower, a hell of a lot slower. We speak like this. Either, stay behind or you catch up with us, and that's why I started adapting. And a lot of Latinos think I'm Latino, like, oh, you're pure Boricua, like, nah, Dominican, Cubano, like, nah, Hispanic, Mexican American, Chicano, what? I know, pretty crazy, huh? Yeah, I sound like you guys, but yeah, respectfully, nothing against you guys. I'm not you guys, respectfully. Are you still with your baby mama? Nah, I'm not, none of them. Respectfully, there's only two of them. Guys, there's only two of them. The first baby mama is the one I'm talking about right now. I pray she's doing good. Nothing against her. My tattoo, she's a Debbie mother. Nothing against her. She does not lose term at all in this conversation. Nothing against her at all. That's why I forgive. Communication, not forget. I lived it. We lived it, right? And I let her go. But they close myself. Comprehend what happened, then comprehension. Like, I got destroyed. Like, Alyssa made that comment. That's what always messed up my first baby moms. I was the V card, the virgin card. So I was almost 21 years old. Born and raised a Catholic, save for the right one. Church corny ways, like whoever lay down with, lose it to, I'm gonna just grow with them, have kids and family, and that's it. White picket fence, all that shit I was raised with. Fuck no, I got destroyed. Nothing against her, I give her props. Remember, there's boys and girls that are narcissistic. Yeah, I know they fuck you over, they fucking do you wrong. But here's the kicker, you gotta give them their props. They're beasts of what they do because they sold you a dream. They sold you a fucking dream every which way, and the intent to comprehend what they did to you, all the red flags. When you comprehend the red flags, you realize boundaries, because you already know I don't like the jealousy issues, controlling issues, self-own issues, none of that shit. So when the potential to be, they fucking went off the rip. Hey, I don't deal with jealousy issues. Look at that. I looked at a guy, right? I look at a girl, right? And I'm just looking, not passing boundaries, gawking, and a potential partner, or we're on a date, she's like, why are you looking? I'm like, she's just walking by and that's it. Or let's say I'm looking at a painting and she walks in front of my eyes. You're chatting at the girl. I'm like, what? I'm looking at the painting. Yes, a female walked in front of my eyes. Do you want to close my eyes? Here's the best part. I don't deal with jealousy issues. If you're being jealous now on a date, imagine as a fucking partner, respectfully, we can finish this conversation. We can finish this meal. Or if you want to, you can leave if you want. But just to let you know that it won't be us. We just stop right now today and that's it. We stay associates, friends, and that's it. Just because of that, yes. See my tattoo on my neck? I'm not your ex-exes. So if your ex was jealous, controlling, or you're traumatized about your exes, I'm not your ex. I'm today, they're now the present, the potential. And guess what? The potential's over now. Respectfully, rejection is protection. It's my life. I don't deal with toxicity. I work to myself. Respectfully, 1,000. What do you do for fun? What do I do for fun? Gaming therapy with my boy. My one-on-ones and chill my kiddos, I don't have no money power to travel the universe. Maybe in due time, I would love to travel the universe, visit all my one-on-ones, and then respect as it being, I would love to speak to all the cultures out there, the scholars, quote unquote, that know life. Respect not traditional ways. Higher source is cool. Nothing against higher source. Culture based, that's cool, but no, like knowledge, wisdom. That's what people want to speak to. Like, hey, like relationships. How did you when did you start the healing journey? Who taught you all this? Like, do you comprehend life? Especially that question. Like, do you know that's the life? If I say this term to you as a scholar, quote unquote, a wise person, do you comprehend it? Have you got your life back? 2 seconds, guys. What are you guys doing now? What are you guys doing now? Huh? Sorry, I got little fur babies. I was gonna rehome them now, but I've had them for like 2 months, and I guess I'm keeping them now, so I gotta keep an eye on them. I have 8 kids, 5 fur babies now with the puppies, so yeah, it's a lot going on. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a partner, but patience is a virtue. What do you think about death? Oh, like excess, death's called completion. Don't worry about death. Unless you like traditional lost stamps, what do we think about? What are we about? Love, time, death. Love, when we get love, right? Time, How much time I got left? Our legacy, quote unquote, death. That's the legacy part. You know, when I pass, you know, what will be said about me? We Spanish say this, like, don't worry about that shit. Don't worry about those traditional corny like sayings and terms. Like, no, that's another. We can't stop it, but you prevent it. I promise you 1,000. My situation, I live in the ghetto hoods, right? I'm not in this shit. You don't see me at clubs, house party, bars at all. Anything in the ghetto hoods, in and out. Any ghetto in the universe, especially my tattoos, it's in and out. In the suburbs, please, that's my heaven on earth. I'll be in the suburbs all day, every day. I'll get the looks, because they don't want problems and issue-wise. You know what I'm saying? Judging people's communication, you know that, right? Judge me. I want you to judge me. I judge everybody. That's what I do as a being. And I'm going to observe you, to study you, to comprehend you as a being before I even talk to you. See you're a empathetic person, you're being nice, empathetic, or you're circle narcissistic, you're acting nice. That's not you. You're mirroring everybody else. That's not you naturally wise. I see through all your stuff, you know, respectfully. And that's the shit. As beings, man, just everything starts with you. So that's what I do. But as far as that, don't worry about that. That's another you can't stop it, but you can prevent it. Gym therapy helps a lot. You got to, I say my saying to everybody, you got to take care of the body, so body takes care of you. First and foremost, and stress is a killer. The West, the worst stress in the universe is who? It's not bills. It's not family and shit. It's what? Yes, yeah, you got child trauma. I get that shit. It's what? Toxic relationships. When you hate and dreading to go home every fucking morning, every fucking night, that is your dungeon, your sentence, and your hell on earth. You gain weight, you lose weight, your mental health goes to shit, your body gets to sick because of one fucking being. Because you're trying to match energy, and they're taking energy doing the opposite track. Trust me, you'll gain weight, you start aging and shit. And when you leave them and you finally let them go, guess what? You look at younger type of situation, more energy, you're glowing, quote unquote, yeah, because now you learn to love yourself again. The intent, once again, is not to have someone come in your household and take your energy. If they do, what will you do about it? Will you realize boundaries? We're not to say, no, what are you doing? Or, I pray about how it manifests. When you pray about manifest, that your partner changes the ways. Not knowing, my tattoo. My first baby mom was 12 fucking years. Second baby mom, 7 years, right? Alright, when you pray about manifest, you actually gaslight and manipulate yourself, not knowing how. So let me elaborate. Because in your head, you and your partner, lovey-dovey, the whole fucking universe is Care Bears. Physically, in a toxic ass relationships, toxic ass environment, just toxicity everywhere. So you hate waking up sometimes. Sometimes you wish, suicidal thoughts, I don't want to be here no more. That's why, once again, like X says, when they ask him, how you feeling? It's the best analogy metaphor. I feel like I'm dead. I'm alive, but I'm dead. Because when you feel like you're dead, you don't want to be here. Suicidal thoughts, but you're alive, but you feel like you're dead, right? Because, yeah, I stay here sitting here with my kids. You know, it's selfish act. If I do that, you know what will happen? It's just like, it just sucks. It's a lot of shit going on, and we're just raised so incorrectly, wise, because child trauma, everything starts at home, middle school, high school. One of my situations after high school, your relationship destroys you. You give your fucking all to this one being, and you thought that maybe if I give everything to the individual to match my energy. I didn't even know this term. I didn't say energy. They're just vibe me type of situation. If I show love to the fullest, born as a Catholic, live as God best as possible, then she should do that. Nobody has to do that. That is their choice for will. You know that if they don't match your energy, what are you choosing? What are you doing? You know, I was told to stay in my domain by my mother. Can you elaborate? Domain as far as like your territory, your area, your home. You could do that most definitely, wise, if you want to live in a bubble, you know. But once again, like, just environments. If you be traveling, just observe your environment, your people. A lot of people are narcissistic. In a room, you can live in, once again, the bubble. Yeah, you can live in the room all day if you want to. If you're okay with that. As a being, I'm a homebody. When I came back from doing DoorDash, chilled with my daughter. She tied along. We're just talking a little bit here and there, trying to vibe with her. And I love going home. Like, I close that door, respectfully. I close that door. A lot of my kids is cool. The people I love, respect, are cool. The universe will be blowing up. Respectfully, I don't care. Respectfully, But it'd be nice to have a partner. It'd be nice to travel. I would love to see the universe. Once again, I would love to speak to everyone in the healing journey. Especially a lot of queens are more in the healing journey versus men. Because we're not taught this conversation. That's a man. They keep on narcissistic. What do? Body hop in the whole face. Or relationship after relationship after relationship. If you're doing that, you observe anyone doing that person right there, major fucking red flag. You can have him as an associate, be the support team. To call him a friend, I wouldn't call him a friend. They're too toxic. To call him a fucking partner, fuck no. Respectfully, So no, that's toxic as fuck, That's the shit. Rejection is protection. That's why you can stay at home if you want. If you're okay with that. I get it. Home is more safe in the street sometimes, but especially in the ghetto hoods. But as long as you're happy there. If not, social media. Maybe you have people like my situation, I tell my kids, 4.5 years not doing this shit, right? Who comes knocking on my door looking for me? Other than my father, my nephew. Most of my sister. Who does? Who called my cell phone? Nobody. Who in the streets? They look at me, they all turn their heads, and a lot of them, I know them. I grew up with them. I know the families, but now I'm a devil because my tattoos, the shit I talk about, I knock on the Spanish culture, and they got a host of the full. They don't like that shit. And I'm not like an higher source, but what I say, if higher source gonna do for you, all you queens, your husband, boyfriend still being a fuckboy, verbally abusive, physically abusive, and he loves God. Allah Buddha, amen to the universe. So why do you have by your side? God is good, quote unquote, right? My tattoos. Everyone says God is good. Curb out everybody. God is good, but are you good? What? God is good, but are you good? Queens, more empathetic wise. No one's for your flaws. You show more respect. You do communication comprehension. You offer love to the fullest, right? That's cool. God is good and you're good. Best as possible. Your partner, your boy over here, emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, cell phone passing boundaries, breaking shit, cheating on your ass, being a fuckboy type of situation, and then what? Physically whooping your ass. God is good. He's not good. Higher source could do for him. If that's factual, if higher source could do it for your boyfriend, why can't higher source do it for your father, for your uncle, for your brothers, for your grandfather? If higher source can do it for him, for her. Make that shit make sense respectfully. Did your mother love you? My mom, she's still alive. She loved me, but she didn't go crazy with my tattoos. She's all like, she's respectful, like Bible thumper, Catholic to the fullest. She's all, your tattoos are wrong to the devil, you're gonna go to hell. I was like, Mama, I love you. Here's a kicker. I don't worry about hell. If it's a scenario, let's say it's factual, Bible talk, by tattooing, I haven't tattooed my body, I'm gonna go to hell. I don't worry about hell. Here's the best part. When I go home, I love going home. I'm alone, no partner, no toxic relation, no bullshit. Nothing. The reason the mother of boys is the last toxic relationship I'll ever be in, I didn't know this conversation. So when I go home, my temple, my peace, my heaven on earth. Respect, mom, nothing against you, but I'm not saying names now, but a lot of people, religious, spiritual, every which way, but they're dreading to go home. And they bitch about the partners, and they're way older than I am. I was becoming them. I was becoming a lot of the family, but my situation, I would ever become them. I broke the gender cycle. At 39, got my life back. I know mom was Japanese too, you wise, but say that. It hurt my feelings because remember this, toxic relationships, y'all bitch about each other, especially older than I am. That's your hell on earth. You hate going home, or you worry about them coming home. I don't miss those feelings at all. That's the most unjust feeling to have every which way. Tattoo tour. Tattoo tour. Where do you want to start at? My arms? It's just positive negative words. Passages, my little notes to the universe, and a lot of them could be triggering, but once again, they're just words. Here's the best part. These words, these languages, don't have feelings. You know that, right? None of these words have feelings. So if these words don't have feelings, they don't get triggered. Why is it being, why y'all get triggered type of situation? Sad one or be sad. Scared one or be scared. Breakups when we go through a breakup. You will. So the question is, why? How? When you overcome those feelings, they're just petty ass words. But yes, these words are triggered every which way. What's on your upper arm? I don't know. There's too many on me. Like this is the negative side, evil. The bad side of us: hate, narcissist, pride, ego, lust, greed, power, evil, envy, jealous. Hey, what's up? How much were your face tattoos? Hey, what's up, Yoani? How much were my face tattoos? Each session is about like $100, $200 a session. So it depends if we go for an hour, 2 hours. I don't know how much. My mistake was this. Like I didn't really log everything. I better start logging things now. My last session was like $240, and that was my back tattoos. We added something to right here. It says narcissistic energy vampires. People say energy vampires to trigger people more. Narcissistic energy vampires because they're bullying you. If they're bullying you, why are they bullying you? And the question is for how much for longer. And then it says positive thing, negative energy. I have too many tattoos on me. Oh yeah, I added fear, scared, karma. So that people that are narcissistic, the fuck boy, fuck girl, the bad boy, the bullies. They live in fear. They're scared to what? Talk about their feelings, and they are karma. So once again, black and white every which way. As if you're the nice and nice group, you're religious, spiritual, whatever you claim to be, right? Your category. If you want to self-sabotage your life, not knowing, and date karma, not knowing, then go do opposite track. Go chase after the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. I pray for you. You're the old version of myself. You think you're the fixer, changer, save this individual. I pray for you. That's what I'm going to do for you. You're about to go fall on your face. And I tell everybody, it was not ever about being right. You're the old version of myself. Anyone says that term, you're the old version of myself, then guess what? That's if you. What do you mean by that? You're the old version of myself. Because I was you once upon a time at your age. Fuck global naive. All that shit, yeah, cosmetic. I'm not saying don't be attracted to potential to be wise, but look inside them. Boys and girls inside, boys and girls inside, they're broken, they'll get lost every which way. They can be physically fit, gym brats, mentally fat, overweight, scared. Simple as that. They live at the gym. That's the people. Whatever you codependent of, that's what it's called, codependency. Gym therapy, eating therapy. A lot of queens, beautiful, exotic as fuck, tattoos like a month, decked the fuck out, right? But every time they go to paint, another tattoo. Cool. What are you gonna do when your vessel runs out of ink therapy? No more space. Then what? What are you doing next? Piercings and so on, right? It's like, cool. Your body cannot give you the rest of life. Here's the best part. Your tattoos can't give you the rest of life. Your tattoos will not shed tears at all. Initially, it does because of pain, right? But they're just words. They're just images wise. So once again, I think many queens are beautiful, exotic, man. But once again, inside, very strong healing journey stuff. Right now you're broken, don't get lost. But you're trying to do the healing journey, trying to evolve. That's positive. But remember this: the intent is to stay with that consistency wise that we're in the healing journey, learn to love you. But to forewarn you, you gotta observe the red flags of all your exes and do accountability on your side. So the potential to be, what do? You realize the boundaries when you see them. And as for warning, no one has to respect your boundaries, nor your standards. What? Nobody has to. That is their choice, free will. So if they don't do it, what are you choosing? What are you doing? You stay there, we pay out manifest, we get more time. I pray for you, and that's it, You play chess? I used to, a long time ago. You have any tattoos on your stomach? Yes, I do. I had to fix that one. That's my last time. My tattoo I'll fix. My first tattoo when I was 18 years old, it says fuck haters, but it was a hack job. I got sold a dream. This girl was going to do it, professional, quote unquote, and then she let this guy do a young cat. And fucking his very first tattoo fucked up my shit bad. My boy sees it, bro, Mars, let me fix your shit. I'm like, bro, that's the last tattoo I'll have you fixed, man, because that's the only one that has to be fixed. But that's a hack job. How much you pay for this? Like $5. When was this? Back in 99? Oh no, 2000. I think 99 or 2000. Forget, one of them years. I want to say 99, but it could be 2000. He's like, bro, that's fucking. I know. Trust me, I know. I was being out like crazy, man. You got a room for rent? Do I got a room for rent? Nah, I got my two daughters. It's a mobile home, 2 bedroom, 2 bath, which I'm grateful for. My pops gave it to me, and my siblings. My pops, he's about to fuck off, but respectfully, my pops is old school. The mentality is different. So you got a grudge against me type of situation. I don't know what it is, but I'm blessed. My brother passed away. My father had his feelings. He gave all siblings his kid otherwise a home or mobile home and 2 acres of land. So I'm cool. I'm scraping by, but lucky I gotta pay rent. None of that stuff. I'm cool. I'm just scraping by. But remember this: single father, 8 kids. I tell my 8 kiddos, don't be like your mother, father with you like 30, 40 years old before you think having kids. Because every when you work, every penny's yours. But just maintain. Just don't become greedy of the dollar. Because you can work hard, all that good shit. But are you happy at home? That's the question. If you're not happy at home by yourself, and you want a relationship, it's miraculous not working in your favor. Or maybe you get a potential badass partner, empathetic wise, and they elaborate, hold you and guide you. And then the healing journey, you can change your mindset in a positive manner. And they do it not forcefully. Just teach you to hold you and guide you which way so you can learn to love yourself more and be more minded, so you don't worry about $1. Remember this: a penny is just a penny. That's all it is. Ask a penny for advice in life. Fucking crickets. That's what I say to call everybody out. Ask your body, ask your beauty, ask your car, your job, your home, your money, social media, right? Advice to life. Especially with the breakups. Your responses, once again, I need to block a bitch because your partner cheated on you, they left you, divorced you, ghosted you. So ask your body for advice, crickets. Ask your beauty for advice, crickets. Ask your job, ask your home. Nothing man-made will shed tears for you at all. Only humans, animal mammals, we have feelings. Animals, yeah, we have a language barrier, but keep it simple. Humans, we have feelings. Are you ready to talk about this? If not, you don't have to. But then you want love, relationships. You're gonna hurt somebody. That's not your intent, but you're gonna hurt somebody else. So as a forewarning, that's the shit. And once again, nobody has to comprehend that. And that's why I just tell stories every which way. So try working yourself. Learn to love you. Once you do that for yourself, I promise you'll be better with your mental health every which way. And once you overcome it, you're blessed, because then your mentality changes every which way. And then from there, someone keeps reporting me on Bigo, which is surprised. I don't smoke at all. Maybe because, or they're saying it because they think I'm a man, talk about robbery of life, that I'm higher and doing drugs. Like, respectfully, no, I'm high on life, yes. I don't do man-made drugs, respectfully. The only thing I mess with alcohol, ink therapy, because the vessel's really weak and it hurts, so I cheat, I numb the body up. Lately wise, I would say this term, psychedelics, yes, because that's why I speak more spiritual on that part, because I got a little reality check from the universe. If I speak to God, the universe, quote unquote, the one, quote unquote, I might not come back in this realm. So I'm back. Well, I mess with it again. Yes, I will, but I'll do microdosing for sure. And then it's, once again, like the whole thing with God, etc. wise, what you gonna call it. It's like, think about it. Everything for the most part has a creator, right? Parents, animals, mammals, humans, right? So you're a creator. So you have someone that teaches you. Just day one. Adam and Eve, Cain, Abel, Bible talking, here we are today, right? So everything has parents. So allow us, you want to question higher source, quote unquote, right? They be like, well, I used to go to private school, if, Sister Agatha, I think maybe like 6th, 7th grade. And she's like, she knew the Bible like the back of her hand every which way. Co-creator, we could potentially, potentially was. We're all creators in our own realms as beings. We create life, Your parents create life as physical beings, but you as a being, spiritual universe, we're all creators, I'm creating this podcast, telling stories to the universe, and that's it. Creating feelings type of situation. But you're the only one who can feel your feelings. I can't do it for you. But I have compassion. I can elaborate, tell stories for sure on that note, But, I told her, hey, because she'd be like, if you can stump me wise, everyone, when you participate, you get a small piece of candy, right? But if anyone can stump her about the Bible, she'll buy, the whole classroom a full-size candy bar. King size, I think it was king size, matter of fact. And what you gonna call it. So one day I had a little dream, right? Because if you always ask anything about the Bible, like, she knew everything, man. There's no way to stump her, like, man. So one day I had a little dream, I was, what? I got it, woke up, I would go to class, private school type of situation. And, everyone's in order. Last name first, I'm gonna answer the Yala. I go, no, I'll go last. So everyone asks questions. Same thing. She knows, man. She knows that Bible really, really, really good, And then she thought, so Marito, what's your question? They're cool. So if we have parents and everything, animals has parents, who are God's parents? God, quote unquote. Who's his parents? Then she thought, good question. So boom, we got a candy bar. We got it. Came in clutch type of situation. So that's the shit. Here's the kicker. So I'm talking to you guys, right? I have 8 kids, right? So my parents gave me life, and so on and so on. The generation cycle, right? So remember this, every being had what? A parent. Bible talk, Adam and Eve. There's your first 2, quote unquote. Let's say scenario, what you gonna call it, here's what the Jen, how you think, how's it going? Otherwise, how is reality realized? Reality is, you're living it. You're living it, but once again, focus on raw real life. Your feelings. Don't worry about man-made bullshit. In the Matrix, nobody can beat the Matrix. Not even the fucking elites. All these elites, I say, they're all broken. They all live in fear. Because they're going to opt each other's domes. Because they want each other's money and power. Man-made bullshit, not God-made. They're blue-pilled rich. Entertainers. In the red pill world, they don't know this conversation. They have all these scholars, everything. They don't know this conversation. They're still sat depressed. PTSD. Toxic relationships. Toxic relationships. In the cherry top, there's zombies, addicts, and addiction. How the fuck you an elite and you're a zombie respectfully wise? And I say that respectfully. I know it's a triggering subject, but I'm saying respectfully. Money, power, fame, all this, rehab and stuff, and they're still struggling. That fucking blows my fucking mind, right? But anyways, to each their own type of situation. But that's the shit. Don't worry about that. Just focus on yourself. Robbie, your feelings. It's all about your feelings. If you want to feel your feelings, If not, be codependent people, and they'll make you feel good. Then what? If you're in a positive manner, anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone can go, anyone can break up with you. That is their choice. For God forbid they pass away. Then what? Can you your back tattoo? Oh, show you my back tattoo? I'll show you. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's really big. that's part of it. I'm doing a cross tattoo with words, so that's the side of it. I got it more to the sides, then I do the top of it. The top of it, I have to write it down still, but it's gonna say something along like the lines of like, it's gonna say like something like as long as you live God like, Jesus like, Allah like, Buddha like, the universe like, the spiritual universe like, your ancestors like, as an individual, then you are blessed as an individual. To reiterate, why? Because I'm talking about you. Not your partner, not you. If you're doing that, then you're doing that. But what about your partner? Are they living that? What you're doing? If you offer love respect to the fullest and your love is consistent, best as possible, then you're living the life of higher source, whatever you claim to be. This water bottle could be your higher source. Everyone has no beliefs. Cool, then you're doing good for yourself. Now, what about your partner? What about your family? What about everybody around you? But I focus more on the partners because that's the person you want love. Because they're mistreating you, why? So you live the life of God, quote unquote. They don't. So why are you doing opposite track? Do you pray by helmet and fist? By higher source, say that. Do that. You don't have to comprehend me. You can all call me crazy. I'm wrong. I'm going to hell for saying that. I don't worry about hell. You live in hell. I was you. And oh, you're wrong. I'm like, call me wrong, hurt my feelings. When I go home, I love going home. My heaven on earth, no toxic relationship. What you're about to go home to, you bitch about him or her every morning, every night. And I say respectfully wise, people say like it's so hard to leave toxic relationship. It's not hard to leave. It's so easy. I'm in a toxic relationship like my buddy, the mother of our boys. I had to go to work. I had to leave the toxic relationship, right? She has to get to school, whatever she's doing with the kids. We both leave the place we dislike, right? But here's the kicker. Hey, what's up? Anissa, how you doing? How's it going? Whatchamacallit? But the question is, it's easy to leave toxic relationship. The situation is hard not to go back. So the card, but why do you have to choose to want to go back to the person you bitch about every morning, every night? And I get it. I was you. Trauma bound suck, codependency, all that shit. It sucks. But it's not forever. If you want it to be forever, it will be forever. Because you pray, but how manifest that one of these things magically, the higher source will change your partner's ways to love you. Let's say it's factual, but it took 40 years. 40 years to finally, they change your fucking ways. You want to fear in a positive way. You want to see your future? Look at your mother. Look at your aunties. Look at your mother. Get advice from them. Oh yeah, have to men are the emotionally cheat, fuck around. Your dad did that. Your uncle did that. But when they get older, they calm down. How much older? 20 years from now? 40 years? Fuck, 40 years from now, they have to change. Fuck all that. Fuck no. My first baby on 12 years. 12 years too long. Second baby mother with the boy 7 years. 7 years too long. But here's the kicker. None of us knew this conversation. They don't even know this conversation to this day. The baby mother with the boys. We talk a little bit here and there, She thinks I'm a little crazy still. You're still stuck. I go, no. I'm just telling a story. So why? Why do you put so much effort? You don't get paid for what you're doing. Because I don't want the universe to become us. See all these kids right here, the squad of the boys, they're beautiful, right? A blessing also, that's in a positive manner. And none of the kids to become like us, you and I. But here's the kicker. You and I know this conversation. Why am I talking to you the way I'm speaking to you? Because of myself? Because of my family? None of my family. You was there with me with my family. I didn't ever speak like this at all until after the breakup. Till you finally told yourself. You made the business decision for both of us not knowing. That's why it's true. It was a blessing in disguise. Got my life back. You and your hubby, I pray y'all last forever. But that's I told you, scenario. Let's say you last forever. It's not fact, but let's say scenario you do. I'm your ex. If you don't ever let me go, and you're matching your head, my tattoo, that door of pain, I own that shit. Margarito Yala, I own that shit. The question is to you, how much more longer will you let me live there rent free? When will you let me go? Or every time you think about me, or you talk about the kids, you talk about our past, it triggers you, which it does. And I sit there patient-wise. I'm not sitting there like, trying to bigger. No, because the old original myself destroyed the fuck out of her. I put it through hell and back, every which way, Not physically abusive, verbally abusive. Like, my mouth was vicious. But my number is 3. I'll give you 3 chances. The over myself, right? Even to this day, I'll give you chances. But here's the kicker. Hey, to the whole universe, tell you, remember this. My motto to everybody, if you play dumb, I'll play dumb. If you play stupid, I'll play stupid. If you can't words, please don't open your mouth. And you're matching your head, I will traumatize you. I will add a door of pain. Every time you think about the guy, fuck that guy with the tattoos. I don't give a shit about words. 95% of you do. So every morning you wake up, for how much for longer? A day, a week, a year from now. Fuck that guy with the tattoos. Every time you think about me and someone talks about me, that's what you say. Here's the best part. I'm a nobody. If nobody's gonna hurt you with words, imagine somebody's. Who are somebody's? Physical beings that you know. Your partners, your kids, your parents, your boss, your coworkers. Those are somebody's. I'm a nobody. So how can a nobody hurt you? Make that shit make sense. And I know this conversation is triggering because they're called what? Feelings. Nobody has to feel the feelings. If you don't want to feel your feelings, keep scrolling. That has. You're not ready to start the healing journey. And nothing against you, but I will say this. I promise you 1,000, the younger the better. I promise you 1,000 younger better, because if not, let's say you started at 30 years old or like 50 years old, like older than I was, I'd be like, you'd be like, let's say the same shit. Fuck. At least I'm starting, but goddamn, I wish I was fucking younger. Wish doesn't exist if does not exist. Because then guess what? Now I see everyone's energy different ways. I've learned to let myself more. Like, I'm more at peace with myself. Less triggers, less overthinking. Fuck, man. 50 years of my age, but here's the kicker. Everyone's excuse, any of your family teaching this shit, then what were you doing? Stuck on the generational cycle. Now you're trying to break it. It's not ever too late. That's when this lifetime, 39. I pray to God in the next lifetime, I'll be fucking 9 years old knowing this shit. At least talking about this shit. So, yeah. But let me play some clips. I'm gonna play some clips. I vex really fast.
Don't touch me.
Whoops. Too loud. I was trying to download it, but it won't let me download it, so I'll just play the clip anyways. Let me see. Whoops, not that one. Here we go.
Okay. Now, another thing with love, don't try and publicize. I'd say publicize your love in the same context, like show people you're happy. But when you start showing people what you've got going on in your personal life, that's when people feel the need to get involved, or people get in the middle and fuck everything up. Keep your relationship to yourself. That other shit in the middle fucks it up. Sometimes you can't ask for opinions. Sometimes you gotta battle the shit out for yourself. Like I said, it's like a game. So whenever you ask for someone else's opinion, it's almost like, look at it this way. They're dealing with something from a preconceived. They're dealing with it from a preconceived notion of what you told them. So they'll never understand the how much compromise your partner has given for you, and how much of a situation, how much care this has been put in the situation. You know, because no one can ever really care about the person that you.
And that's X tentación. I put it right here. Right here. That's it on Freud. The black cat with like the color hair. That's why my hair is black and white. He had the black and white, blue and white, and then another color, I believe. But it's my black and white way of thinking. A lot of people do not like black and white way of thinking. A lot of therapists, counselors, psychiatrists, life coaches, non-track creators, and religious people, spiritual people, like life can't be that easy. Like, I know we're brainwashed that it's not easy, that it's really fucking hard, but we've been lied to. It's pathetically the cherry top. I already told you the answers earlier. Everyone's got child trauma. The bullies that bullied you are getting bullied at home. The parents in toxic relationships are bullying each other. The cherry top, relationships. That's why life became hard, because relationships. They make you big and they destroy you. Typically, middle school, high school wise, someone comes in your life because you think you both can offer love to each other. You toxic ass households. It starts from home. Toxic parents, single parents, there it is. Both of you traumatized. And you think magically we can become one and give each other love. If you don't know what love is, how can you offer love? You can have feelings. Watch the movie, read the books, right? There's a little Cinderella fucking, like, which actually my favorite one is like the Romeo and Juliet love story. You know, family beefing type of situation, but between you as a couple, like, you love each other. You can love each other fully. The downfall is the trauma at home. The families are beefing because, you know, black versus white, yellow versus purple, whatever type of situation. Culture, religion. And you two, as you know, let's say you two as a couple, middle school, high school, it can be college. You offer love to each other. The downfall is we are people pleasers, we're too empathetic wise, and we put our families first before our partners. But you're not dating your family, you're dating your partners. And a lot of us, our families are toxic as fuck. They're together, miserable as fuck, and they don't want to see you happy. So they talk shit about you, talk about your partner. I don't like your partner because whatever the fuck it is, you know. But remember this: don't let your family self-sabotage your life. Self-sabotage? No, think about it. Don't have your family sabotage your relationship at all. If you and your partner are doing good as possible, best as possible as beings, then you're blessed. If you love going home to each other and you're doing good, then you're blessed. A lot of your family is fucking miserable as fuck. They don't want to see you happy. And they're religious, spiritual people. They're fucking older than you and give you shit about your partner. I don't like the way she speaks. I don't like the way my situation. I don't like his tattoos, you know, whatever. You know, that's the shit. Now, how will your partner pick up for you? My original self, I didn't really pick up my partners. I didn't. All that talking shit, that's just, you know, guys talking their bullshit, family talking shit. Like, no, you're my partner. Like, they're talking shit about me. Why don't you pick up for me? I'm like, they're just words. To you, the words. But remember, they're talking about me. So that's why you should check your family. And here's the kicker. When you check your family, who they're going to have to manipulate. You know, we're your family. We're raised type of situation. We're blood type of situation. Who you choosing? Family or your partner? My situation, I have a badass partner. My kids first and foremost. They're my partner for sure. And then obviously myself first and foremost. Family, blood's not thick in the water. Blood makes you related. Family makes you related, but blood's not thick in the water. That's my tattoo. Hashtag social me and familia. Y'all my people. Y'all my family. Respect. I can talk to you more than I can to my family because all my family think I'm crazy. You know, recently I've been speaking to one of my uncles, which is like my big brother to me. And, you know, boy, he's a Catholic. Both of us are, right? He's talking about the Bible, which I'll buy with the Bible. I'll probably read it again. Don't know, nothing against it, but I know the way I speak is, if higher source can do it for us, which I know, it's a triggering subject. It's a triggering subject, but respect, I say this, if it was factual, then why are we suffering to this day? Why did I suffer until I was 39? And I stopped suffering at 39 because I chose to start the healing journey. I know it's Japanese, the healing journey, shadow work, all that term, supporting sound like the devil, and pouring the cat that's incorrect, but nah, I'm blessed. I'm religious, I'm spiritual, but whatever you claim to be, as long as you show respect, that's all I ask from you. Nothing more, nothing less, you know? So that's the shit. So, once again, family, don't worry about them as possible. They're adults. If they're older than you, guys, calm the fuck out. Respect your elders. Respect your elders if they respect you. Match energy, not take energy. And they have to respect you at all. And here's the kicker. Calm the fuck out. I love to treat people in a positive manner. If you want to bully me, I'll bully you back. A lot of therapists, counselors, psychiatrists say that's wrong. It's incorrect. I'm like, how is... Yo, it's not Jesus time, man. It's 2024, about to be 2025 times. It's called reverse psychology. Why? Because the person they're gonna... Here's the kicker. If I don't pick up myself, the person behind me, then I bully them. So if I check their ass and check out, if you build a higher source, why are you building a higher source if you're bullying people? Will God do that? Will Allah do that? Will Buddha do that? Will the spiritual universe do that? Will your ancestors do that? We know the answer is no, but can you say no? Can you do accountability? And no, it should be trigger them. There it is, and they're the flaw every which way. And that's why I bully bullies. Respect and say that, you know? So that's a shit. That's because as a being, you should want to work on your feelings to evolve in life, and not stay the quiet one, the introverted one, and then you want love. It's not going to work in your favor, respectfully wise. And then you can get mad at higher source. I did, trust me. If you're, a lot of us do. You must support him. Yo, you can cuss him out. You think you'd be the first person to cuss out God, the higher source? Everyone does for the most part, because like, yo, God, I read the Bible, I did the best possible, and I got destroyed, and I'm still getting destroyed. So when is it my turn that I will finally get love? Well, I'm going to have someone myself that actually matches my energy, quote unquote. And maybe in this lifetime you might not ever get that. You don't know. That's why you just stay observant every which way, you know? So I'm going to play a couple clips, because, yeah, I did another 45 minutes, I'm out. Gotta do gym therapy. And this one here is from a movie. And it's facts. The easy people that, once again, the two categories that you can destroy with your words, and to rekindle those relationships, it's hard to get back, especially with the second category. The first category is who? Your partners. Second category is who? Your kiddos, especially your kiddos. So you gotta watch your words every fucking which way. Like we say that you can cut out your family, friends, co-workers, boss type of situation. Those relationships you can potentially rekindle a billion times, right? But your partners and kids, that's a whole different type of story, man. Just to forewarn you, like, and you have to comprehend that. But once again, you love your partner, right? Become a bitch. I love you, but you're a bitch. I love you, but you're fat. I love you, but you're ugly. How can you say I love you and you're being mean to them? Make this shit make sense type of situation. That's called toxic love. So once you tell them, call them a bitch, you're ugly, you're stupid, fat, watch the energy shift. Because there's a person that they love to the fullest, right? Because the over myself, the people that, you know, the nice and nice, you're too empathetic wise, right? So you give your all, right? You give your all, and this person that you give your all to, right? All your love, what I say, all your mind, body, heart, soul, and soul of 1,000. They hurt you with words. They just called you ugly. They just called you a bitch. And that's just the first time they call you that, potential more to be. Because every time they become triggered, the door comes down, sorry, babe. You know, I was on a bad day. Whatever, some bullshit excuse. Yes, I did the same shit. Here's the kicker. We're all raised incorrectly. So you can hurt them, and then the energy shifts, and from there wise, you can, it matter to bounce back, you know. She'll give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. Emotional, mentally, spiritually, she checks the fuck out. It doesn't matter how she does it, how he does it. In my situation, my first baby mom, 12 years to finally choose myself. So I gave her 1,000 chances, not 1,001. So what happened? Excuse me, I got up and left. My second baby mom, the mother of boys, she gave us 7 years. And it was the best in this, guys. That's what I'm telling to you guys. So she didn't give me 1,001. Here's the kicker. When your ex gets to leave, right? It does not matter how they do it. They can cheat on you, leave you, go to divorce you. That's their choice, you will. And they can move on right away, so be it. So be it. Here's the best part. You know, there's not a reason to competition when I say this, but whoever falls back to the healing journey wise, where I try to be alone, trying to figure this shit out, your healing journey, quote unquote, then you're actually winning not knowing. And you probably think that, you know, it's not a reason to competition, but remember this, you fell back, started the healing journey. Your ex moved the fuck on right away. No matter if it's a week or a month, they got a new partner, getting married, kids and everything. It does not matter, because remember this, your partner took no time to heal. In a month, what are you going to do in a month? Especially if they're on the terms of healing journey. So you're the ex now, so you know, once again, you're the ex now, and the ex is prior to you. All that negative bullshit trauma goes to the new partner. They could be lovey-dovey for now. I could say 90 fiance, 90 days tops. That's what I give everybody. If you know this healing journey, this conversation, 90 days tops. And what do y'all say? It was doing so good and sparks are ending. Yeah, because typically starts with what? Cosmetics. It starts with lust. Then it goes to love. Then it goes to toxic love. And the spark starts ending. Mally Bunny, be porn star, get the shit out of your system. You have nothing to comment. You can't even talk about shit. You live in the same fucking bed. I mean, the same household, lay in the same bed. No conversations. Both on the cell phones. If that's your love language, that's your love language. But you should have some type of conversation at least. And there it's ending. Now what? Now what? That's the shit. But yeah, let me play a clip.
You can break something in 2 seconds. But it can take forever to fix it. A lifetime, generations. That's why we have to be careful on this earth and gentle.
Facts, man. Call your girlfriend and boyfriend a bitch. Just the word bitch. To a lot of people, that means a lot because remember this, they're traumatized. Any word triggers you as a being. And here's the best part. If a nobody says it behind a screen, in the streets, and you're a third party overhearing the conversation, and let's say the word, just a scenario, the word bitch. Do you know why the word bitch scenario it triggers you as a being? If you don't know, let me elaborate. Because yeah, many owners of the word bitch. Your father called you a bitch, your mother called you a bitch, your grandmother called you a bitch, the bully called you a bitch, the priest called you a bitch, your exes called you a bitch. That's why the word triggers you, bitch. It's the word. As a being, words are irrelevant to me as a being. Spiritual universe, there's no such thing as words. It's telepathy. Blue book conversations, man-made worlds, that's why we have languages. That's why we have words. We have these conversations, right? So, that's the shit. If these words trigger you as a being, you want to talk to yourself. Why am I bothered? Especially to nobody. I don't know from Adams and they're triggering me. Talk to yourself. You should want to talk to yourself. If not, fuck it, wear the mask, smiles. I'm good. Lie to yourself. Smile to the whole universe, but behind it, you're dying crying. But then you want love, relationships, marriage, and the kids, families. It's not going to work in your favor at all. And then there's your family. Freedom and power doesn't matter. Go become your family. I say all that shit respectfully, man.
How can I truly be happy with what I currently have? Like, if I didn't have another dollar, another this, another that, like, can I still be happy? I think that's true success. And I think if someone is truly happy with whatever they have, they're the richest person in the world.
1,000. That's me. Like, Blue Book conversations, man-made shit. Fuck no, I'm a single-parent kid. Scrape and buy. Eastern Washington State, there is work. If I didn't have tattoos on my face and my neck, you know? Once again, I say many times, peanut view, all good in the hood. Good conversation. They love the resume. I'll walk in for the job interview, physical. You know, physically walk in, I'm the fucking devil. Crickets. And I'm fucking interviewing them, asking them questions about the whole job. Time, yo, like, why are we doing this conversation? What do you mean? I came for the job interview. You can't even talk to me. And the phone was good because my tattoos, not all your energy shifts. And as a being, I call everybody the fuck out. I love to trigger people, honestly speaking wise. Why? The best part, they're just a question, they're just words. If I make a comment, ask questions, you don't have to spark conversations. You can look at me and not say shit at all, right? And I tell them all the time, you know, when I go there, like, check out, I came for a job interview. So how'd you get your position? If you're the manager, assistant manager, why can't you talk to me? On the phone, you was good. And on top of it, call me out more. Do you believe in higher source? What do you mean? Are you religious, spiritual? Yeah, I'm religious. I'm Christian. I'm Jehovah. Cool. So, will God be doing this, quote unquote? You think God be scared of me with tattoos? You know? And then, like the other saying, like, I'm going to get tatted on me. Because, you know, once again, like, you know, my tattoos are a sin. The way you speak is a sin. And that saying where the part of the Bible, I can't even tell you where it's part. I think it's in Genesis, but don't quote me now. Where the fucking man from the fucking hall or some shit from the politics bring a woman because she's a prostitute, and they want her to stone her because she's a prostitute. And then Jesus tells them, hey, whoever doesn't have a sin, throw the first stone. That was saying be tied in my body. So shit out. So you have no sins, throw the first stone type of situation. And then be like, who the fuck are you to judge type of situation? Oh, face tattoo, 1% woke with the referee judges about the universe. That's who I am. That's why I'm checking you. Here's the best part. I guarantee your whole lifespan in Eastern Washington, no one's ever checked you. No one's ever had a conversation with you. That's who I am. Everyone has beings, higher source, which is communication, and we're messengers. I'm just telling you a story. You don't comprehend. When I go home, I'm blessed. Now you can sit with these words. You can tell the whole Eastern Washington what I just told you. You can gossip. I don't care. They're just words. If higher source could do it for you, then why are you doing what you're doing? Here's the best part. Look at my resume. I can do this. Here's the best part. Respect when I say I'm a you that I control. I can do your job better than you can because you're introverted. I'm extroverted. So how'd you get your position? Respectfully. And typically what happens, it triggers them. You know, if you're light skinned, we're fucking chameleons, we change color type of situation, and I fuck up the day. Here's the best part. If they don't ever let me go, every time they think about it, fuck that guy with the tattoos. and they love God, they go to church. And that's the best part. They're just fucking words, man. So as it be in the red pill world, take the red pill, major talk, get your life back. Take the blue pill, stay lost in life. You don't want to feel your feelings. You give a shit about Gucci and Prada, social media, your body and your beauty. All man-made bullshit's irrelevant when it comes to your personal life, because you can be the most beautiful exotic male, female in the universe. Go to toxic relationship, divorce you, leave you, ghost you, break up with you, you're on your knees once again, bond like a bitch. Respectfully, ask your body for advice. Crickets. Ask your beauty for advice. Crickets. Oh my gosh. Life's so hard. Your mind is strong as titanium, or it's weak but like a piece of paper. How did you allow someone to come in your life, your four walls, again, to take your energy? You didn't see the red flag? You didn't observe them? You have a lot of healing to do. And you believe higher source can do for you? Higher source wants you to do good. You're doing communication. The Bible's there. I send people to pick you up when you're down. And you still don't accept them. So I'll keep doing my part. You know, I'm not a scenario. I'm not a physical being, spiritual. So I can't see you. But I can send people for you. But once again, you have to comprehend that. So once again, as if you want to say like this, the vessel will die eventually, right? It's weak every which way. So that's why the intent to, take care of your body, so body takes care of you. Gym therapy. Mentally wise, but it says it being like the physical body can die, that's completion, like X says. But I says it being, because we're all part of God, Christ consciousness, higher source, whatever you believe in, right? So I say as it being, I'm a beast, I'm a god, I'm mortal, I will never die. Zeus the god ain't got shit on I. What I call it Zeus the Greek god, because Zeus, a Greek god, loved his wife, right? But he had demigod and goddess everywhere. He had mistresses everywhere. How can you say he loves his wife, but he's fucking body hopping the whole face? I don't know the full story. That I know of, she wasn't cool with it, right? And at the beginning, she was only with him. And she had to be submissive, all that corny bullshit, the corny ass terms. Why you could be a fuckboy. If they're both okay with that, they're both okay with that. Poly relationships, I have nothing against them. That's their choice, free will. But if you don't like that bullshit, that's why in Spanish it's called machismo. English called narcissism. Double standards. So he could be a fuckboy, she can't. I'll tell everybody out there, fuck all that bullshit. Yo, don't feel guilty about it. You can, you got two choices. You can, actually three choices. You can be submissive, sit there, pray by manifest the higher source one day will magically change his ways, so you stop being a fuckboy. Emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, physically abusive, passing man the cell phone, and all being a fuckboy. It's not working in your favor, but that's your choice for will. Or, be self in a positive manner, choose yourself, save yourself, and walk away. The door's right there. That's an adult. Don't worry about them. Let them fuck up. That's not your kid. Stop being the mother. Stop being the father. Stop being the probation officer. Or third choice, my situation. Let's say a potential partner, and she starts with emotionally cheating. I don't give a shit if she looks like guys, but she's looking and she's gawking at everybody. That's called emotionally cheating. When you're staring too hard at everybody, you can't control your lust. Because why, like Zeus, how that make people narcissistic? They have no self-will. Their eyes are bigger than the mouth. They can't control the lust. As it being, you want to control your lust, man, it's very simple. Go to the bikini barista stands. Go to the fucking beach. Go to a strip joint. All the eye candy in the universe, right there in front of your face. If you're stuck at everything, like fuck all this, then you can't control your lust. So you shouldn't offer monogamy at all. You're not ready to offer monogamy because your eyes are bigger than your mouth. You should be in poly, open, benefits, fuck buddy situations. 25 and under, we're friends, but in reality, you should be using term benefits because you don't want the title. That's my boyfriend, my girl, because I want my options to know that I'm still free. So be it. As it be, and I love to call everybody out in this, situationships, friends, because they'll be like, I see them all the time. Like, yo, what's up, King? Hey, that's your boyfriend? Nah, that's not my boyfriend. Hey, King, that's your girlfriend? That's not my girlfriend. What do? Pass boundaries, purposely, trigger them, shoot my shot. Yo, Queen, what's up with you? Can I get to know you? Can we watch a flick? Can we take you out to eat? And when he starts tripping, popping up, bro, what are you doing? Either, whoa, no, what do you mean? Boy, King, that's not your girlfriend. You just told me that's not your girlfriend. And she said that you're not the boyfriend. So, but you don't want the title on it because both of you don't want the options to know what's going on, right? So once again, you should control your feelings every which way because anybody can shoot the shot. What are you going to do? Fight somebody? Catch a case over a friend. I pray for you and that's it. I go my day life. Y'all, you gotta control your feelings, man. If you know what you're doing, don't get involved in situations, friend of this type of situation, because both of you are in your feelings every which way, and that's the shit that's pretty mind blowing. Oh, speaking of emotion cheating, this guy, his cat, he's on TikTok. I just bumped into him because my TikTok for the most part, FYP for you page is like positive, inspirational, motivational, relationships, spiritual, all types of life shit, right? Real feelings type of situations. And he's a black cat, viral as fuck. But once again, respectfully, like everyone has the way of speaking. But emotionally cheating, watch, let him speak. Watch, he speaks for like a minute, 18 seconds.
So if an emotional cheating didn't exist, my brothers and sisters of the world, why are you hiding your phone, sir? Why are you hiding women from your girlfriend or ex-girlfriends or whatever you had going on at that time? Why don't you just let everybody know if there's no such thing as emotional cheating? Why do you have a privacy screen? Why do you have 2 or 3 phones? Why are we Snapchatting on the low? If emotional cheating doesn't exist, why are we spending time with our coworkers at work without our partner knowing if emotional cheating doesn't exist? Because I want to know. Emotional cheating don't exist? Come on now, buddy boy. Why are you playing this game with me? You know, cheating starts as soon as you start doing those secret text messages, the secret conversation.
Emotion cheating. And also with emotion cheating, that's why they're being, especially on the fucking dates, man. Or let's say they don't do it in a day, but down the road, 10 days in, 20 days in. You don't like that shit. If your partner's looking and gawking, that's staring. That's gawking. That's called emotion cheating. So what should you do? Verbalize boundaries. These are my standards and my boundaries. As a forewarning, you can verbalize them, elaborate your standards. Nobody has to respect them. If you don't respect them, what are you choosing? What are you doing? I pray by manifest. God change the ways and stop doing that, or be selfish in a positive manner. Choose to walk away. Remember this. First of all, this is your life. You know that, right? It's not nobody else. Yes. Higher source give you parents and all that general cycle conversation, right? Now you're an adult. It's your life. What are you choosing? What are you doing? Be selfish in a positive manner. It's your life. If you don't got you, then who got you? Your partners, your kids, your parents, higher source. You think higher source is depressed? You think higher source is going through all these conversations at all? He's watching this like, fuck, look at all these people suffering like crazy. The best part, the door's right there. A zillion people in the whole universe, but we're just stressed about one. He knows exactly what I'm saying, you know, and it's facts. So I'm saying, like, a zillion people, one person he's stressing about? Fuck. It's not 2 girlfriends, 10 boyfriends. It's one person. Just one. You can't handle one, but you're trying to handle others, trying to do like poly open relationships or, you know, situations, entanglements. Fuck, I pray for you. And then you want to claim you're religious, you're spiritual, you're atheist, you're a good person, but you're fucking around. Make that shit make sense, you know? And this whole fucking battle of, like, you know, like age gap type of situation, like men want younger females type of situation because older women getting tired, their bodies are giving up, you know, like to have kids. You know, first and foremost, don't worry about marriage. Do not worry about kids. If you don't know how to love yourself, what do you think? Babe, let's get married. If this relationship is toxic as fuck, you know, toxic as fuck. When you have the other idea, babe, let's get married. Babe, let's have a kid. Do you believe having a kid and get married is gonna make that relationship better? It could be on marriage for a fucking day. Then what? You're happy, lovey-dovey, pictures. Everyone's having a good time. Before the marriage, you at each other's fucking throats behind closed doors. Like the mother of my boys, mother of my daughters, they want to get married. I'm like, for what? I don't got much, but you know, if you want to get married, you do a prenup. But why? Why a prenup? Our relationship's toxic as fuck. Why do you want to get married for him? Please, like, give me like a good answer. Blow my fucking mind, cause the answer is no. But if you want to, once again, we'll do it because you want to do it, and we'll do a prenup. Once again, I don't got much. Well, yes, because once again, if I'm gonna marry somebody, yo, I gotta love you to the fullest. We gotta be solid every which way, and it's not just like 1-2 years. No, it's probably, I don't know, 5 years in, 10 years. I don't know. Once again, I'm not in that scenario yet. But I tell everybody, that's fear in a positive manner. Once again, anyone could leave, anyone could cheat, anyone could go, anyone could break up with you for whatever apparent reason. But before it gets to that point, you should at least observe people's energy. All the red flags and answer in front of your face. If you stay observant, that's why you should stay observant 24/7, 365. Study everybody for who they are, especially potential partner. If not, then once again, 4 years from now, like, but then just told me, once again, as it being, I can always learn from everybody. So the potential, she squashed it maybe like a month ago, right? I didn't become sad. I didn't become depressed. I didn't question myself or nothing. I trip, I don't fall. I go on my day, go my life. A potential, not even my girlfriend. A lot of people, y'all have potentials, or they ghost you in your feelings, or they squash it with you, and then you get feelings about it. Why? Because yes, I understand you love time feelings as an individual, but if you're too empathetic wise, you will overlove, overthink. Because you're thinking, okay, we'll be a cute couple. I'm waiting for them to say potentially I could be a partner, would be yes. And marriage and kids, we have cute babies. Like, you're deep in the rabbit hole. And once again, if you're deep in the rabbit hole, you're gonna self-sabotage your life, because if they tell you no, remember, rejection, protection. They don't have to tell you yes. The yes, it's a maybe. It's an idea, it's a concept. That's why I said a potential squashed it with me. I didn't see a girlfriend, And that's the shit. That's being what happens to you. You become sad, depressed. You have the right to go to that initially way, but how many more times do you be going to that? How many more times you shed tears? Put yourself word like, damn, every time they sell me a dream. Well, did they sell you a dream, or did you sell yourself a dream? Did you overlove? Did you overthink? That's the scenario. And as a being, look at the way you speak. I have so many tattoos in my body, right? Specific words. And I told her, like, any queen to be potentials. If you don't like the words I'm saying, I have to let you know, that saying is tied on my body. What? So if you don't like that saying, respectfully, why would you want to shoot your shot? Why would you want to be by my side? Because my energy, the way I carry myself, because these conversations, A for effort, that's awesome. But you don't accept people in life, because if you accept people in life, what will you do? I even told her, you don't want to be accepted, because if you accept me, you'd be like, I love everything about Rito, but he's jealous, but his tattoos, or there's certain tattoo in his body. See, that's the butt lines. You accept me. For right now, it might not bother you, but over time, it'll bother you more. And here's the best part. I told her, we with each other, right? You see me. Short off type of situation, right? You see these words on my body. If it triggers you, bothers you, why would you want to be on my side? That's why I want to get my face tattoo. Before we saw each other again, physically wise, right? My face tattoo, black ink, pure narcissistic, bad girl, fuck with fuck girls, alone. Red for love, empathetic people. If they're too empathetic wise, you're scared to be alone. Both arms, it says alone, loneliness, you're lonely. And she told me through the text before, she told me verbally, I was already used to your face and your tattoos. You got more? Why in your face? Because respectfully, 4.5 years doing this, I just got tired of those terms. I'm alone, loneliness, I'm lonely. Yeah, I was you, I comprehend it. But you don't need a partner. You want a partner if they want you. Match energy, not taking it. You just don't know that yet, So, my body, once again, is this vessel. What am I doing? It's words. Be a positive, negative, trigger people. Why do you want to trigger people? They're just words. Words don't have feelings. None of these words in my body have feelings at all. They're healed. All of them are healed now, so they're all scars. When I get tattoos, fresh tattoos, they're called what? Cuts and wounds. Healing. I use the cream once again to heal them. And once they're healed, they don't itch. I bump them. I don't say, ow, my kids jump on me. Oh, sorry. No, I don't. No, sorry is nothing, because they know my tattoos are healed. Next month, I'm getting some more. Add to my cross tattoo, And once again, the idea is to finish my tattoos, my back, my arm, my chest, and I think I'll be done with that. That's it. If any word pops up or a phrase, I'll add it somewhere. But probably my back. I'm not doing my leg from the waist down. No, I wasn't doing my rib cage. Not no more, because respectfully, this shit hurts. My pain tolerance is like fucking -1,000. Shit hurts bad. I cheat. I use Fireball to numb the body up. I can feel maybe like 5 to 10% of it, And once again, the positive of my tattoo, they're just fucking words. So when my boy does them, it's on this shading shit. Oh my gosh, that shit hurts. That back and forth shit, that shit hurts. This thing's really good. I'm like, fuck. I'll avoid shit as best as possible. I'll just use, words. So as he puts them on, they're on there, and that's it. So that's what I'm saying. In the cross tattoo, when the cross tattoo is officially finished, and then there's the outline in the cross, people are gonna think the religious people. I did it purposely to get the religious people their attention. They're gonna think, God or Bible passages. Are those Bible passages on your cross tattoo? Like, nah, none of them are. There's mention of God and Jesus and higher source in it, but no. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, and Noah's Ark. Then I'm gonna get that tattoo in due time. The part where where they try to, the people try to, whatever. This is called the emperors. The fucking politicians try to have this prostitute, quote unquote. Once again, stone for what she was doing, and like Jesus told them, if nobody has sin, may the first man cast the first stone, and no one's casted shit, because everyone, quote unquote, born with sin. There it is. A lot of people do go through shit in life. A lot of people in bad situations, but it's because we're all raised correctly. That's what I say to being, because if he was raised correctly, all the shit I'm talking about, my parents would have been teaching me this. All my family would be teaching me this. They'd be teaching me this shit in school. That's the topic of all my kids. School, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Do you think maintain, graduate, all the great jazz. But when it comes to real life, breakups, ask your English, history, science, biology, whatever class you're doing about any type of advice. Fucking crickets. Maybe if you go to college, respect when I say this. A lot of queens get destroyed in toxic relationships, right? And now they want to become therapists, counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists. Locally wise, on Plenty of Fish. I was on Plenty of Fish. Once again, as it being respectfully, day naps are garbage to me. A lot of king queens, quote unquote, they want fucking love, but you can't even have a conversation with them. When it comes to real life, you want to test if they're boys and girls or men and women. Ask them simple questions, ask conversations. How's your day, etc. Normal conversation, and curveball them. Have you started the healing journey? What is that? Trying to feel your feelings, to let go of your exes. Nah, I don't know what that is. That's a boy and girl. Red flags every which way. If you're in the healing journey, match people in the healing journey type of situation. So both of you get involved. You can potentially hold each other up. If not, then it triggers them, And then I check a lot of girls on there that be like, you don't know me. Well, we study queen based on this conversation. You're not ready for love. You know what love is. How many more times have you been in this day naps for? How many times you have people come in your life to take your energy type of situation? So once again, I was using Plenty of Fish. I use Now Meet Me once again for the live sessions, not because they're free, just streaming. I don't go on there to look for a potential partner. Respect. There's too many OnlyFans on there. It's fucking crazy. Like they're all robotic. Where you from? Corny ass conversation like a queen. Respect, nothing against all you OnlyFans on these platforms. You're all robotic. I'm gonna tell you. You ask me where I'm from. I'm gonna say Seattle, Washington. Oh no way. I'm from Seattle, Washington too. I just barely moved here. You're all robotic as fuck, man. I tell Queen when I say respectfully, other than your body and beauty, what do you mean to the table? Talk to love and that's a dime a dozen, especially if you only find nothing against you. So can you teach me anything positive life? Respectfully, don't bring higher source and traditional corny ways. Because if higher source and traditional corny ways is working correctly, then why are we suffering? Why did I suffer until I was 39? Respectfully. And what they say, what the fuck does that mean? What are you trying to sell me, Queen? Nothing against you. You send me your eye candy, now it's in my head, it's engraved type of situation, but I'm not selling what you're trying to sell. I ain't selling you shit. That positive message, I know it's a big Bible story, but it's just words. You don't have to read shit. I know you didn't read it, right? So I'm not selling you nothing. I'm asking you a question, that's it. I respect your bounty to respond, but respond I say this, you're a girl, you're not a woman. Respond I say that. You have a lot of healing, but yes, because your body and beauty, basically gives the oil type of situation. You make $1 zillion from the cyber tricks, but here's the kicker, you will also be sound depressed. PTSD, boo-hoo me, and you want someone to magically come in your life to fix, change, and save you, I pray for you. I go my day, go my life. So anyways, some queen here, I pray she's still alive. I pray she's still healthy. She's, this must be like a year ago. Yeah, a year ago. She's, like 29, 30-ish, right? Say 30-ish, right? And she's brown like I'm brown, from Yakima. Literally half an hour from where I live from. And she hit me up on Plenty of Fish, and once again, for the most part, I try to check all my DMs on all these platforms. And then I saw she DM'd me. She left her name, her phone number. We talked, and she's like, "I saw you live on Plenty of Fish, and she got my attention." Type of situation. The way you talk about the Spanish culture, fuck, you're on point on machismo. Yeah. I knocked the shit out of the culture. So who taught you this? Like, no one really taught me that part. I just observed the culture, the family, how we function, and from there, it's empath and narcissist type of situation. She's, oh yeah, I'm going to college to be a psychologist, right? I was like, cool, that's cool. Respect, Queen. Here's the kicker. Nothing against you when I say this, but to me, it's mind blowing how you have. Yes, I know the humans. I know they have feelings. I comprehend this shit, but you went to college for the DSM-5 book, mammy shit about the brain. Not even the sciences can't fit or save you. Physically, yes. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, they can't. They can fucking give you Skittles, numb the fuck up. My PTSD, my BPD, my depression, take your Skittles, numb the fuck up so you don't feel your feelings, but then you want love and so on and so on, right? So respect and say this, like, you do all that, but the intent that you're certified, quote unquote, to work on, help me with my feelings. So that means there's no way, it's like almost highly impossible y'all can be in toxic relationships. Someone can sell you a dream because you're here to study people's feelings, body language, tone of voice, everything. So somehow magically sold you a dream. And we talked about this. She's like, oh, well, now that we're talking about it, I like this brown boy from the motherland Mexico, all the good shit. I love him with the woo. Yeah, that's called a trauma bond. You're going to college to be a psychologist, right? To actually teach you about trauma bonds. You pray if I manifest my tattoos, he changes his ways, right? But here's the kicker. What? You don't have to comprehend what I'm going to tell you, but I say this fair in a positive manner. I go, yo, you're brown, I'm brown. So to let you know, especially in the Valley, I even go high, 90%. 90% of the Spanish boys, Hispanic Spaniards, they're fuck boys, and they go to church, talk about God, Allah, Buddha, whatever they believe in. They believe they're good people by going to church, and they're fuck boys. And fair and positive matter, we're both from the valley. 90% brown boys gonna fuck you over. Every which way. I would say 90% Spanish girls, you brown girls, you don't have this conversation. You're too codependent religion and spiritual university, you believe the higher source can do for you. So why the fuck do you have him by your side? He just told you, like, women just distract him. He's just there just working to make his money type of situation. What's it telling you? He doesn't want to be with you. And what are you doing? Praying for him, manifesting gives you a chance? They change his way to love you? Well, God can do. I'm like, respect. If that was factual, why'd your mother suffer? In our culture, why your aunties, grandmother suffer? Why aren't they changed? Why did our grandfathers, uncles, fathers change their ways? So now you're doing the dinner cycle to become your mother, your auntie, grandmother. I pray for you, Queen. Nothing against you, you know? She's like, you're kind of harsh with your words. I'm like, I know the truth hurts and it sucks, right? But, or I can lie to you. Keep it 100. I promise you 1,000. Higher source will change his ways. He will love you the way you love him. Just wait for him. Give him another year or two. I pray for you, and that's it. I go my day. I'm like, I know the facts. It's not going to happen. That's why I'm not in the Spanish culture. That's what I'm saying all the time. As it being, I won't ever date a Spanish girl, a Spanish woman, if she's healing before healed. A Hispanic to a Spaniard. Look at the way you speak, the way you carry. I'm not in the Spanish culture 1,000%. I'm not in Eastern Washington 1,000%. I'm not in the ghetto hoods 1,000%. So you're from the ghetto hoods? So am I. But here's the kicker. I'm not in it. If you're in it, pie and ego, you can't let that shit go. So you go from the ghetto hoods, move to the suburbs, but that's saying you can leave the hood, but the hood leave you. Pie and ego. Then you want to let that shit go. Yes. That's where you're from. So what? Let it go. To continue evolving to a better area. The suburbs type situation, better environment, better people, better for yourself, to be yourself, to love yourself, and have people that love you the way you love them. Match energy, not take energy. But no, you're too much pride and ego and shit. Well, respect for you. You're from the ghetto hoods, and I'm not gonna hurt your feelings. Don't shoot your shot. Keep scrolling type of situation, right? Spanish culture, I'll be with any culture, but mine is Spanish culture, respectfully wise. That's the last one on the roster because why? The way you speak. Let's say she's okay the way you speak. What about her family? Spanish 101. I'm going to say the 3 terms in Spanish and say it to English, right? Whatever tongue you speak Dutch, Portuguese, whatever you speak, Japanese, right? So take those English words and translate to your tongue. So when I say machista, which is right here, big old letters, machista, narcissist, person narcissistic wise, machismo, that's called narcissism double standards. Mandilon, a beta sim. What they call me? Mandilon. Because I'm a man talking about, feelings. Only females do that shit. Man, the fuck up type of situation. I don't give a fuck about words. If I did, I'd be like 95% of you. They're just fucking words. Words don't have no feelings. You do. So why do you let petty words bother you? If I call you Mandilon, it triggers the fuck out of them. I'm not that. I did reverse psychology. Exact same fucking words. So why are you bothered? I'm not bothered. Make that shit make sense. And it's till then, there's still Japanese to them. That's what I'm saying. Like, show me anyone that call it a whole culture. I say 99% Spanish boys can't do me shit about life. 99, 95. And I'm being nice with 95% Spanish girls. Can't do shit about anything about robbery of life. And that's it. Hispanic to Spaniards, that's how you are. They ain't got shit from me. Respect you. You think you teach me this? More as a captain. Go to church, play in God's hands. If people mean to you, pray for your suffering. Work hard, get a pretty house, get a pretty car. Welcome to being brown. No bright fucking future. Have fucking all. Especially at home. Fucking homes are toxic as fuck. Every which way. But I'll say this to hype up the Spanish girls. All you kings out there, you want to date a submissive woman, a maid? Get yourself a third country Spanish girl. Spaniard from third country. They're born and raised to be maids and be submissive. You can be a fuckboy. She'll give you 10,000 chances. Because she believes the codependent religion, the higher source will magically change your ways to be better. And that's not factual. Everyday background, what does everybody have? Free will and choice. What am I choosing? What am I doing? Everybody behind the screen, what are you choosing? What are you doing? What's your part in choosing and doing? Black and white, straight to the point. So if you're showing love, that's you as a being. Choosing and doing that. Your partner's not doing that, love can't hurt. When we say fuck love, love hurts, I'm scared to love again because trust and loyalty. That's incorrect once again. That's so incorrect. Love can't hurt. If higher sources of love, and you say I'm scared to love again, I'm scared to get hurt, that means I'm scared of God. From my mouth, from your mouth, when I hear that shit, but behind the screen, face to face in the streets, I just heard I'm scared of a God, Allah, Buddha, no, wrong tattoo. God, Allah, Buddha, the universe, the ancestors, the spiritual universe. That's what I just heard from your mouth. Love can't hurt at all. Toxic love hurts. You love someone that doesn't love you back. That shit hurts. They destroy you every which way. That's why if they offer you toxic love, why do you have them by your side? Make that shit make sense respectfully. 10 more minutes, guys, and I'm out. I gotta do some gym therapy. Oh, 2 seconds real fast. Fur baby. Come on. This video is about karma.
Cheat. Men think they can lie, cheat, and manipulate and get away with it. I'm telling you, dog, that karma is coming for you. Karma is going to find you sooner or later. It might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be this year. But eventually it's going to get you. I promise you. You mistreat a woman. You don't treat her how she's supposed to be treated. You manipulate. You deflect. You want everything to be your way. You want it to be your world. When it's our world. We share the same world. You want to be this man that you're not. You're not a man if you're lying, if you're cheating, you're manipulating, you're deflecting. That's not a man. You're trying to act like you're the man when you're less than a man. A man has integrity, morals, character. He's not a coward. He shows up for the woman. Now he doesn't show up for himself. You think you're a protector? You think you're a provider? What? No. You're a phony. You're a coward. I know. I've been there, I've done that. I am you, but I'm not you anymore. Ha.
And that's the shit. If you did that shit, that's the overage yourself. As a forewarning, everybody has the right to bring you past the present. When they do, how we react, how we respond. So that's the shit. And when it comes to karma, once again, spiritual universe, right? Karma, karma, karma. Black and white, straight to the point. Don't worry about karma first and foremost. Anyone that does you wrong, like, what do we observe? People that do you wrong, they get everything. They fuck everybody over and they get everything. Money, power, and fame. And they get everything. Remember this mammy bullshit. Religious talk, Lucifer, right? What did Lucifer offer Jesus? Mammy bullshit. Yo, if you bow down to me, Jesus, you know, I'll give you money, power, and fame, all the women, whatever you want in the kingdoms. What did Jesus say? I'm good. I got my Father, higher source, God, quote unquote. So what Lucifer do? Satan, the devil. But from Jesus to us humans, and we're fucking up to this day, right? So the boys and girls narcissistic, they got man-made bullshit. Yeah, man-made bullshit, but the kicker. That's blue pill conversations. Take the blue pill, stay lost in life. They don't want to feel their feelings. They don't want to true do accountability. None of these conversations at all. Rebel conversations, take the red pill. Get your life back, man. Start sharing your feelings. So, if you karma talk, right? Black and white to the point. If you're the nice guy, nice girl, right? The one that's too empathetic, right? What is your flaw like my flaw was, right? First, that saying, which I'm a 10 on body, I see the good in people. That is your flaw first and foremost. I mean, especially when you're too empathetic wise, because you should be saying this. Be selfish in a positive manner. I see the good in myself first and foremost. And then everybody else around me. Then I observe the energy to comprehend the energy as beings. But the downfall, we don't do that. Initially, we're not taught this conversation. So we see the good in people. So the downfall, when you make decisions with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always fall on your face every which way. So, all you nice and nice girls, right? You wear your heart in your sleeve and you overlove, overthink. If to forewarn you, you don't comprehend shit. That is your choice, you will. But I'm just a messenger, that's all I am, right? Every being's communication, and we're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend nobody. But I'm just forewarning you. If you want to self-sabotage your life, not knowing, and date karma, not knowing, go after the bad girl, fuck girls. You're about to get destroyed every which way. And when the trauma bonds you, they will own you. and you'll give them 1,000 chances. It could be 5 years, 10 years of your life. Love, kids, families, whatever, and their emotions. And remember this: it all starts with emotion cheating. All the red flags in front of your face, and you still give them a chance. It's too early. It's too soon. I don't want to hurt their feelings, but they're hurting your feelings. But anyways, you'll blame yourself because you're too empathetic. You're too nice. You're too gullible. You're too nice. You call what people pleasers. And then once again, you did the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. What are they? They're too narcissistic. They're too egotistic. They're too mean. They're too prideful. They're too greedy. They call what destroyers. So religious talk, all these bad, all the big word, all these bad boy, bad girl, fuck girls, they're all those disciples, the fuck ups of the universe. Everything they touch, they destroy. They are coming on. That saying's tatted on my body. I'm gonna make my shirts and hoodies. And who's gonna get triggered? All the bad boy, bad girls, fuck girls, especially the ones from the ghetto hoods. All the ghetto hoods, hell on earth. You're not dead. You're alive. You're living this shit. You're living this shit. All the suburbs, heaven on earth. Yes, but you have bad people in the suburbs. You have good people in the ghetto hoods. I live in this shit, but I'm not in it. Yeah, maybe in due time to get more money, I'm out. I'm going back to Seattle on the north side. Back to my heaven on earth, my real people. And when I say this, probably with that control in Seattle, I have thousands upon thousands of options. Hella queens in the healing journey. They love these conversations. I'm famous because of my tattoos. These words, not because myself as a being. It's all an attention getter. You know, and so I'm saying everybody in Seattle sleeved up. No, in Seattle, a lot of queens deck the fuck out. Beautiful tattoos, fucking body sleeves and everything, man. And tell me the same thing. I love my tattoos, but I've never seen anybody with tattoos like you. All these words and passages, what's it about? Just raw, real life. If you want to feel your feelings, then we sit there, start talking about life. Become best friends type of situations. You know, you're on social media, kind of follow, yeah, vice versa. Exchange information. We're talking and vibing. And especially at the farmers market in Seattle, man. Every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Wednesday and Saturday, they see me there. You know, allow them to come back. Hey, you know, I've come here to the market. Like, I come to the market in general to be supportive. Your father's business. But honestly speaking, I want to talk to you. Because I have a bad week where I was talking vibe. You always pick me up when I'm down. And just your energy is always good. I go, well, because I worked on myself, King. Queen, that's why. Like, I was in your shoes, and it sucks. Just try to, you know, these people that are bullies, energy vampires, they keep narcissist energy vampires, show them from a distance. You don't have to vibe with them. I know you feel guilty, kind of hurt, like I don't hurt their feelings, but they're hurting your feelings. If you don't realize boundaries, you don't say no. The reverse psychology, be mean to them because be mean to you. They'll always bully you. That's what bullies bully you all the time. But here's the kicker: anyone that bullies in general, inside they're weak. They're scared. They don't want to feel their feelings. And once again, anyone that bullies anybody, my tattoos for a reason. Right here, the second line is not my line, right? So it says, how can I say this? Let me see. I'll say it the nice way, and then I'll say the blunt way, right? Two sayings. So my back it says, if you're a bully, right? Anyone that you're mean to, you're gonna sell dreams. You're gonna sell them for dreams for like a toxic relationship. You use it for the body of beauty, whatever the fuck you're gonna do, right? Take something from them purposely wise. To act nice, be narcissistic, and not being as empathetic wise, right? Which is your choice, your will. So my back tattoo says, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person. If you know you are if you know you are doing wrong, you are good for the streets. You are good for nothing but little garbage. Respectfully, tat on my back for a reason. Deeper about it, if you're a bully, right? It says, especially in social media, face to face, family, friends, partners, right? It says all you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. But here's the kicker. They're here for a reason. They're loose disciples. The fuck up the universe. They're here to teach empathetic people a lesson. If you keep fucking with me, I'm always going to destroy you. I will take you for everything. And everybody after you. So that's their job, every which way. That's why it's only two categories. Empath, empathist, and narcissist. But which side are you more? Are you more narcissistic? The bad girl, fuck girl? Or you're more empathetic wise? Empathetic person, nice girl. But here's the kicker. Everyone that's too narcissistic, all you bad girl, fuck girls, so you're all robotic. Everyone that's too empathetic, the nice girl, you're all robotic. Don't matter what color, body, it doesn't matter. It's your energy. It's your energy. So why are you doing opposite track? Stop doing opposite track. Stop chasing adults. Stop mothering adults. Stop fathering adults. Stop being the fucking probation officers. Let them fuck up. That is their choice, you will. It doesn't matter if you break up with your partner and they be like, because of you. So let's say that partner, right? Whatever, a year in, whatever, and then it became toxic, jealous, controlling, whatever. She started emotion cheating, whatever. I broke up with her, right? And I told her, hey, I'm gonna break up with you, just to let you know, because of the boundaries, whatever, so on and so on, right? So, and I'm choosing myself, walking away type of situation. It's my choice, free will. And let's see, her situation, she takes the breakup hard and it hurts her, right? Really bad. To the point she's there, my tattoos, triggering subject, she becomes weak, hits rock bottom, and she becomes a zombie addict and addiction. And let's say we see each other a year after the fact, and she see me in the street, she be, oh, because of you breaking up with me, why I became an addict. And be, oh, check out, you're my ex, right, my neck tattoo. If you want to blame me for the situation, take that. If you may paint me like a bad person in your story, so be it. If that makes you feel better, but here's the best part. Say that because I broke up with you, now you become an addict. My tattoo is a zombie. So here's the question to you was, so if I broke up with you, why did I become you? Why did I become an addict? A zombie. Make that make sense respectfully. What? They can probably trigger. What? She pop off like, yeah, I know. Triggering subject because it's robbing your life, your personal feelings, right? So I pray for you and that's it. I go my day, go my life, and that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's the shit. Respectfully, try not to worry about adults. If they're mess, let them mess up. That's not your kid. You chase kids in general. And now as you metaphor therapy talk, that all these little kiddos are your inner child. Every kid that you see in the streets, if they're younger than you are, that's your inner child. Work on them. You know, if they talk to you about life, have some questions about life down the road. If whatever they ask you, if you know the answer will not suffice, elaborate best as possible. Guide and forewarn them. And remember this, nobody has to comprehend at all. When you start the healing journey wise, you're just, advising people, guiding and forewarning them. You know they're about to go fall on the face. You know they're going to talk shit. They're about to get destroyed like you did. That is their own journey. But allow you to support it. Remind, hey, I'm always here for you. But just let you know, here's the key. You don't have to ask you. You know, here's the kicker. You know they're about to get destroyed. I guarantee you, on your side of the healing journey, you probably thinking when you go to the healing journey, like, fuck, I wish all this shit I know now, I'm learning about this shit, this healing journey, all this great stuff. I wish when I was younger, somebody put me aside, hey, you don't have to comprehend anything I'm about to tell you, but I'm going to forewarn you. All this energies, conversations, empath, narcissist, all these terms. And here's the best part. Once again, I told you, you don't have to comprehend me, but I'm always in your pocket. Please don't ever feel alone. And they're hurting you, emotionally cheating, verbal abuse, all that shit. I'm always here for you, but I can't save you at all. That's your own journey, but I can hold you and guide you every which way. I'm always here for you because, and then, like I say, when I was your shoes, at your age, higher sources there, no physical being, no one, all my family's there, my friends, quote unquote, associates now, right? No one tell me any of the stories. All of us doing the exact same bullshit, the generational cycle, and we pray that manifest. The higher source can do it for us, like, respectfully, triggering subject, if that was factual, then why is everyone suffering to this day? And the question to everybody, for how much longer will you suffer for? That's the situation. I can tell you, I promise 1,000. The younger the better you start the healing journey, the more you will evolve in life. I promise, guarantee that. Because now you're starting to feel your feelings. Now you observe people who really are. They take energy in due time, realize boundaries. They could be being mean, or they be like, you're changing. Trust me, I won't say that shit. Yes, because before I was a yes person, I was a people pleaser. Now I say no. Why? No. I put myself at the foremost in my kids. I'm doing co-parenting. That's my priority. You, the overage myself, how many times have it helped you in your whole lifespan? Calm the fuck out. How many times? But when it's my turn, be financial, emotional, mental, spiritual support, fucking nothing. Nothing. But you always want to take, and you want to give. So I'm good, I'm done. The answer is no. And I promise you that when you realize about to say no, oh, that person changed you, the breakup destroyed you, all that, you're crazy. It's okay, because guess what? Your phone fucking dry now. Now you see the true colors. That's the only time they call me for. Small conversation, but they always want favors. I don't want favors. They take, but they won't give, right? Fuck all that bullshit. I won't ever do that shit again. 4.5 years of my life now, I'm blessed. No one calls me. My phone's dry. That's all my kids who comes to the house, who calls me. There it is. My real people in Seattle. Fuck. You guys will know why I'm in Seattle, because I'm doing a lot of 2,000 lives over there, one-on-ones. Just traveling. I love Seattle. It's my real home because over there people are extroverted. I became way more extroverted because of Seattle. Because why? A lot of people are socialists every which way, all the cultures. When I say taste the rainbow, cultures, religions, everyone has their beliefs, man. So yeah, I love Seattle. Eastern Washington. Respect me, my hell on earth. It's a lost cause. Beautiful boys and girls. I didn't say men and women. All of them. The big word, all. I call it state of Washington, the east side. All of it. If you live on the east side, teach me something I've done about real life. Respect me, not a reason of competition. If you can teach me something new, or oh shit, that cool healing journey, I'm gonna ask you, when you started, did you have a support team? Who taught you this? Because whoever taught you this, if you still speak to them, I respect their boundaries, but I would love to speak to them, especially the older than you are. Hell yeah, because I want to hear these stories. Sorry, I'm trying to set up my IG. I gotta get out of here. Oh shit. I pick up more clips, guys. I get going. Gym therapy. Fuck. I said that in the morning, but it's alright.
The game is called Substance. All you have to do is talk.
Okay.
What's the most difficult thing that you've had to accept?
Rejection from my family. After becoming sober and getting my sobriety in check, my family still looks down upon me, and you know, I've got to give them that. I can't make them change their minds. It's their opinion. They're allowed to have them, and you know, the only thing I can do is say, hey, I'm sorry. I did what I did. You know, I was wrong. You know, that was my past. But if you choose not to forgive me, that's on you.
It doesn't matter how much you want to change the past, you can't.
You can't.
People often try to judge others, but I mean, we all got secrets. We've all made mistakes. It just sucks when the biggest judgment comes from family, because that's the only people in this life that you can't choose.
Yeah, that's true. I can't force my father to forgive me if he wants to live in the past. That's his pain that he's living with, not mine. I'm letting it go. I've got to. You know?
How have you learned to live with it?
It's no longer my concern. You know, if you want to continue being angry at me, that's okay, but I'm no longer going to let it affect me.
And that's the shit. Remember this. Hurt people, what do we do? Not what we do. We hurt people. Heal people, what do we do? Heal people. Tell stories, right? So, his situation, addiction, remember this. We spent a triggering subject, right? I'm attached this for a reason, right? Everyone has the right to bring your past to present. When they do, how you react, how you respond. And remember this, people that you hurt in the past, they don't have to forgive you. They could hate you, they dislike you to the last day and breath. That is their choice, free will. So that's why you do closure for yourself. Forgive yourself, communication, forgiveness, right? Not forget you lived it, happened to you as a being, right? The second hardest part, what? Let go. But he says, let go. Do closure for yourself, comprehend why it happened, why it failed, to do comprehension. So that you do it for yourself. You know, this, what's that? Not validation, but the closures for yourself. And remember this, the people you hurt, you can reach out to them. Hey, you know, I'm working on myself healing journey. I'm more healed in that section. I apologize. I know you, like my ex, you heard many sorries out of my mouth, thousands upon thousands of sorries, right? But now I say authentically sorry wise. Let me elaborate what I went through, type of situation, why I was feeling the way I was feeling, and why I mistreated you, type of situation. Accountability. Remember this. I destroyed or hurt with my words, not physically. Remember, everyone has narcissist traits. I'm a verbal abuser, narcissist traits. Not all the time. I'm not an angry person all the time. No, but the triggers, bother, anger, triggers. Don't become triggered. The devil comes out of you. And the term BPD, MP, whatever term you want to say, snap, flash, blacked out, tat them on for a reason, right? So, religious talk. You have to be religious. Go on to, you know, you can be atheist. Once again, as long as you're patient enough, open-minded enough. Go on YouTube. Go on TikTok. Cain Abel. It's just a story. You don't have to be religious. Listen to the story. That's all it is. So, tat on my left here, Cain Abel. What I say, which I'm telling my body to call everybody out, whatever you are, religious, spiritual, I don't care what you claim to be, right? Respectfully. We cannot become Cain and take our brother Abel out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, verbally, physically, because we became triggered by what? Words, feelings, conversation, the truth. A premeditated choice. That's the shit. So you gotta work on yourself as a being. Triggers, bothered, angered, control them. Pride and ego. This subject triggered me. These people are triggering me. The environment is. Go outside, get some fucking air, leave from the situation, or stay there, pride and ego. Become triggered. The devil comes out of you. You can blame the devil for the kicker. Every day broke down. What do you all have? Free will and choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? What are they choosing? What are they doing? Right? From there, wise, God didn't put a gun in your head nor Lucifer. God says, yo, go outside, get some air. It's a bad situation. Calm down. Cool your head. Lucifer says, don't listen to God, listen to me. Fuck that. They called your kid a bitch. They call your mom a bitch. But here's the kicker. Both of them have metal tattoos. A little angel whispering Mary for God. Higher source. A little devil for Lucifer. Satan, Lucifer. Whispering Mary for devil. They're both talking to me every day, bug down. I think cartoons. What am I choosing? What am I doing? A premeditated choice. I thought about that shit, right? I pondered on it. And that's the shit. So once again, his situation, like my brother, once again, like to my brother, I love you and rest in peace, wise, you know, he passed away till 13. You know, to his last dying breath, he was a zombie and had an addiction. He didn't die from it. He just couldn't do, like a lot of my family think I'm crazy for saying it, but it's facts. Like, they don't know this conversation. Like, he tried to take himself out so many times, he couldn't do it. Cut himself, OD, couldn't do it. So respectfully, I'm not saying all police are bad, but he set himself up and he took himself out basically, and it sucks, you know. But like I told him, man, like, you know, everyone's pushed me away. I go, bro, because I love you, but here's the kicker. They won't tell you, like I'm going to tell you, before it was happy, everyone was happy to see you. You come from California, we're from the Valley, but he moved to California, right? So when you come to visit, they'll be happy to see you. Now they're down for your situation. I only know this conversation not because, I graduated and moved to Seattle, left the household, started my own family type of situation. And he was out because, remember this, when your family gets involved in big pharma bullshit, drugs, alcohol, pills, zombies type of situation, addicts type of situation, they can blame you, especially when you're older one. I'm the oldest. That because you left. I was like, yeah, I left to Seattle to work. I didn't know whether a partner, have a family and kids, start my life type of situation. But you're your own man type of situation. You know where I live at. You can come whenever you want to be. You did it. I had to learn from all my friends and family. Yo, your brother's down. What do you mean he's not doing good? He's fucking wild out with drugs and bullshit. So they told me this shit. I didn't see. That was our last conversation with each other. I told him, and like what? I've been gone for like what? I was gone for like 13 years. Yeah, 13 years. So in 13 years, face to face, we saw each other how many times? Like what, 4 or 5 times? Same conversation about, oh, you doing better, man? You working on yourself? Yeah, I'm good. And I go, but here's the kicker. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. I love you every which way, but here's the kicker. Like, you saw me through my breakup. You know, you saw me down. Everybody's gonna hit rock bottom in life, but you hit rock bottom, you became weak respectfully, and you're still doing the same shit. He's like, no. He's like, that's why I love you. You're the only one telling me how it is. I'm like, how do you else want to tell you? You done rehab like 2-3 times. You still respectfully doing what you're doing respectfully. And like he told me this, and it's fact. He's all, rehab is only for the people that want to do it. What do you mean? I went there because my family, my ex, the kids. I didn't do it for myself. People that do rehab because they want to change. If people do, that's why it's called people pleasing. They're doing it to please their parents, to please their partner, to please the kids. That's called people pleasing. They're not changing for themselves. That's everybody. Anyone says, yo, you change. No, stop changing for people. That's called people pleasing. You change for yourself with the front with and then for your friendship, partnership to progress forward in life. If they don't, which is their choice, you respect their boundaries. But now you choose yourself and walk away. You know. And that's the shit. That's the time you burn out your bridges. When they hear your name coming down, everybody, even the kids, your nieces, nephews, little cousins, type of thing, their parents, because Ramon's coming down, lock your shit up, put everything away because they know what you're doing. You're fiending, you know, and that sucks. You know, you burn out your bridges, man. That's my pops don't help you no more. How much has he helped you out with? How much money have you taken from him? How much shit has he given you? You know, you just laugh about it. Go, I love you, but here's the kicker. But here's the kicker when I say this. I wish I had known all this shit I know in the last 4.5 years of my life. I wish I knew this when I was younger. And we all say the same shit. I wish. I'm not saying I could have saved my brother. And many of my people have passed away from suicidal thoughts. And they finally did it, right? But good to have better conversations, real conversations. I could be more supportive and have these conversations every day. Yo, brother, I love you. I'm always your pocket. Come whenever you want to. Come through. We talk about the same subject. Remember this. This is your feelings, not my feelings. I can't do this for you, but we can have this conversation. That's a positive. Maybe potentially, focus on yourself more. Because all you try to do is just numb the fuck up so you don't feel your feelings. Yo, it's not like that. Go, okay, say that it's not like that, quote unquote, but here's the kicker. You say you sold yourself to the devil. Everywhere you see, I won't say her name out here, you see that your baby mom's, right? He would say her name. Everywhere I go, how can your ex be in all these cars in the freeway? I'm driving to take you to your friend's house. There's not like fucking 10,000 versions of her at all. Like, you're just paranoid, man. And once again, if you're doing your ish, that's why you're overthinking. And you're seeing other shit. Hallucination type of situation, right? So he'd be like, oh, no, it's not like that. I was like, I go, brother, I love you. What do you want from life? The dead ass, I want my kids and my family back. I'm like, respectfully, shut up. You say that, I used to be on the words, but when I say respectfully to you, was ready for it? I'm gonna tell you how it is. Go for it. That shit you doing, fucking foils and blues, I don't know that shit, you know? I respect and say that if I wanted to, I have a cell phone, I can Google it. Go on YouTube. What are blues? What are foils? Respectfully, I know they're drugs. Respectfully, I say this. Why do I want to get educated about drugs? Man-made bullshit. Big pharma. I don't care about that shit. Respectfully, I don't get involved with that at all. It's not. I don't mess with that. Respectfully, I say this. So that's your world, right? So here's the kicker. When you do that bullshit, foils and blues, respectfully, I say this to you. I love you, care about you each way, but that's your kids. That's your ex. That's your family. That's me right there. Whatever that shit is. What? That's your family. That's your kids. Respectfully, all the shit you're doing. So when you can let that go, potentially get your family back, your kids back, and your ex back, potentially wife. But remember this, I heard stories, you heard it pretty bad, and the kids pretty bad. That was not your intent, but when you're doing that bullshit, it's a different version of yourself. So, and like him, at least he did closure for himself. But remember this, yes, it would hurt you because you did closure for yourself, but now My family, they don't forgive me. They hate me. They don't, disown me type of situation. But here's the kicker. The people in life you hurt, they don't have to forgive you. The worst people you destroy, for sure. Families, for sure, but it's your partners and kids. So the idea you can healing journey-wise, you can progress in life. Oh, 2 seconds on TikTok got removed. It's all the boys, man. Especially when talking about addiction. That's a triggering subject. Down. And that's the shit. Once again, TikTok is the best platform, but at the same time, it's the most delicate. Too many butterfly unicorns every which way. It's Robbie shit, man. If you're an addict, right? My tattoos. I call you guys. If you're a zombie addict to addiction, or if you was, that's your version of yourself. If that triggers you, why would it trigger you for? Why won't you let it go? It's your past, yes, it is your past. But remember this, everyone has the right to be in your past or present. Especially family, friends, and people you hurt. Your action type of situation. They can call you on your shit every which way. That's why, once again, you do closure for yourself. It's not for nobody else, it's for yourself. The only person you need, chase, compete, submit, and need validation from too. The person mirror yourself. I don't need validation from my 8 kids, from higher source every which way. Did you serve? Serve what? Like time? No. Respect you, avoid the boys in blue. Not prison tattoos. When I say respectfully wise, no prison in the universe talks about robbery of life. They talk about the Bible. In the military, respectfully, no, I didn't mess with the military. I was gonna do that a long time ago when I was like 18 and I thought about it really good. I was like, nah, I don't want to be owned. I'm good, respectfully wise. Nothing else military to each their own type of situation. I just tell stories. I never judge. No, you can judge me. Once again, nothing wrong with judging people. Once again, respectfully say that only God can judge. Respect that's incorrect. Everybody judges everybody. As it being, I want you to judge me. Judge me, right? Which is communication, right? Observe people. Study people who you don't have to speak to nobody. Are they acting nice, being narcissistic, the bad girl, fuck girl, or the being nice, the pathetic wise? It's all about energy, the body language, right? So if you look at somebody, myself an example, use myself as an example. If you look at me, right? If you don't make a comment, ask a question, you want to spark a conversation, you will never know. So what I say, my saying at time already, think is not knowing. So think is not knowing, assume is not knowing, judge is not knowing, gossip is not knowing. I am A, you look at me, remember, as an example, you're B, you looked at me. If you don't make a comment, ask a question, you want to spark a conversation. So you go to the C to Z parties, you gossip. All you gossip about me, I give no fucks. Let's say B doesn't come to me, let's say C to Z comes to me. Hey, so I heard you're a gamer, mafioso, and prison tattoos. I'll be like, well, that's incorrect. And I know I'm a brown person with tattoos, statistical bullshit, stereotype, and hurt my feelings. But no, my tattoos are about life. Now you're talking about it, cool. You made a comment. Ask the questions about the conversations. Now elaborate what my tattoos are about. And the other comment, anything I just told you. That's your choice, free will, you know? I have face and head tattoos. Once again, everybody has their own stories. Once again, my tattoo is just black and white about robbery of life, if you want to feel your feelings. That's what my tattoos are about. Just a little map to life. Nothing against the Bible. When I say respect, nothing against the Bible at all, but it's the modern day Bible about robbery of life. Deflection, projection, gas and manipulation, trauma bonds. Toxic relationships, your partner's the fuckboy, fuck girl, bad girl, too narcissistic, they're emotionally cheating, fucking the selling, passing boundaries, verbally abusive, breaking shit, physically abusive, fuck boys. My tattoo, spiritual talk, they're your slave masters, they say fuck your feelings. You're too pathetic wise, they're nice and nice girl, you're the slave, you won't ever say fuck their feelings, you pray by manifest, the higher source will magically change their fucking ways. But respect and say this triggering subject. If higher source can do it for you, and Church Corner is working for everybody, then why are you suffering to this day? Why is all your family suffering to this day? If higher source can do it for you, respectfully. Triggering subject, I know, but tell me I'm wrong. And that's what you're going to do for yourself. Higher source and beings, what are we? Just communication and messengers. Nobody can do the healing journey for you. Nobody can do comprehension for you. Nobody can let go for you at all. Nobody can feel your feelings for you at all but you. But we can elaborate, we can do compassion, we can tell a story. We can't do that. That's what I'm saying. All we can do for each other is what? Heal, guide, support, uplift, for one another to each other. We can't do it for each other. But when you go home, if you're blessed, you're blessed. But let's say whoever you're talking to, your friend, your cousin, your own kid, they go to their toxic relationship. That's the problem. So why are they going through and you're not? What is the difference between you and them? Not a reason of competition, but you can talk about it. But nobody has to. Nobody has to feel feelings at all. That is your choice, for real, but respectfully, 95% of you bitch about the feelings, like I did. My exes, child trauma, other people use me, I wear my heart in my sleep. All the shit corny ass saying is like, yeah, we all say the same shit, but no one's evolving, no one's figuring this shit out. Why? That's the question. Why? That's what he is doing. Cool, but I'm picking up a clip, guys, and I'll be out. Guys, do some gym therapy. I'm not sure, but he had it bad. So, got a nephew in the hospital, got an allergic reaction. Here's the delicate, man.
People who don't have it because they were hurt. People who have post-traumatic stress disorder don't have it because they were hurt. They have it because they encountered someone who wanted to hurt them, right? And so it was that glimpse of that malevolence that fractured them. It was, people can go through all sorts of horrible things and not be traumatized. You know, a terrible illness, terrible pain, an accident. You wait till you tangle with someone who's malevolent, boy. You will not be the same person afterward, assuming you manage to put yourself back together at all. Your problem is you've seen into the heart of darkness. That's your problem. And just blew you into pieces. You're gazing into the face of malevolence itself. You have to develop a philosophy of good and evil. It's a religious philosophy, essentially, because a philosophy of good and evil is a religious philosophy. Those are the same thing. And then you have to understand how you combat that. How do you combat evil? With truth, with love, with beauty. You have to start to embody that. Is there anything more fundamental than pain? Breathe. If you're in pain, love and truth. That's what you got.
That's Jordan Peterson, my boy JP. He's a badass psychologist from Canada, a beast. I would love to speak to him. Fuck yeah. You know, he speaks big-ass intellectual words. I just skimmed him what he's trying to say. Man, it's facts, man. The whole thing with PTSD. Like me, I got in a car accident, right? A year and a half ago. And not my fault, but it's respectfully two brown boys. I'm not saying they're alcoholics now, but they're definitely fucking drunk that night. But then you're doing drugs. They drove half an hour wrong side of the freeway. We did bumper cars. I avoided best as possible. No broken bones, bruised bones, but now my ankles and my knees hurt and my back hurts a little bit. I'm married to that pain to my left damn breath, but it's a kicker. Because of why? We're supposed to say trade yourself because two zombies. Either high, drunk for sure, break up, having a good time, whatever the fuck it was. It's like, bruh, now my body this weak ass vessel pays the price. You know, I'm still here to tell you guys a story, man. I could have been head on collision type of situation, been broken to shit, or not here anymore. So I'm still here to tell a story. My body pays the price. I have that best as possible. But that's my point being. Like, yeah, I get it. Once again, as it being the only time I drink ink therapy. I get buzzed like a champ, cloud nine. I just like the fucking feeling. That's what to my boy. People do this shit every fucking day. Like, they get lit like this. This is as it being, it's a fucking unjust feeling. It feels horrible. But all I want to do is numb the fuck up. And all these times is for you guys, for the whole universe, not for myself. These are my scars. When they're fully healed, they're just scars. I can look at them. I'm not saying depressed, PTSD, the mother of boys. I'm not traumatized, nothing. You know, everything. It was a blessing in disguise. That's why I started the healing journey, just to tell stories. I won't ever go through all this pain again. Breakup, what are breakups? Depression, what's insomnia? What's insomnia? We spend to say that. That's the overage of myself. I don't have none of that shit. I don't worry about someone that's gonna leave me, ghost me, cheat me, divorce me. That is their choice, free will. Everyone has that shit every day above ground, but I promise you 1,000. All the red flags were there. All the red flags answer in front of your face 24/7, 365. You just don't know that yet because you don't understand what energy is. It's right in front of your face, you know. So that's the shit. PTSD, I don't really have that from the accident, but yeah, people that hurt you, that's the people you live in fear because they sold you a dream and then do it again and again and again. Why do you keep allowing this shit to happen? Once again, religious, spiritual, I pray, I manifest. As a being, I use the word manifest. I don't manifest as a being. I don't write it down. That's not my realm at all. I pray, plan, I hope. I don't really hope. When I say this, I know it's religious thought. I don't use the word hope. I don't like the word hope because, I hope they change the ways. I hope, you can say that. The downfall when you pray about hope manifest. If it does not work in your favor, your day goes to shit. My boy told me this in 2001. Use the word idea of faith. What do you mean? It's a 50-50 shot. 50 works out, it was meant to be. 50 doesn't work out, it wasn't meant to be. You trip, you don't fall, you go on your day, you go on your life. It's gonna be talking about that shit in 2001, a long time ago. I love for that shit. That's what I'm saying, as it being like anyone with positive, negative words that are triggering. Motivation, I'll put on my body, make sure the hoodie type of situation. Because why? They're just words. Words don't have no feelings at all. Not depressed, want to feel depressed. PTSD, want to have PTSD. Breakups, want to go through breakups. Words don't have feelings. They won't share truth with anyone in the universe. You do. So why do you allow these words to bother you? Why they get in your feelings type of situation? And that's the shit. It's people around you, man. You allow someone to come in your life to destroy you. And the worst ones again, yes, your parents destroy you, family and friends, but your partners. Tell you when you have that saying, what do I say? When you have TLC sex intercourse, you change energy from a bond, soul tie, trauma, twin flames, potentially catch what? Feelings, STDs, or babies because of one act. If you can't control your energy, and there's a potential, and they sell you a dream, because these boys that are narcissistic wise, with my tattoo, what I say, they're the best Oscar nominated actors in the universe. They can act nice, not be nice. They can sell you a fake romantic love story, put you on cloud nine, but literally they want it for your body, your beauty, and your lust, money, power, and fame. And they took it from you, and now you're down again, and you're sad and depressed, and you feel like awful, nasty, because they took your energy. You became one. Why do you let people take your energy? Respectfully. Yo, guys. So, that's the shit you gotta be careful when we get involved with. As a forewarning, you don't have to comprehend that. If you want to get destroyed, respectfully, I don't recommend it. It don't feel good. Fuck no. At all. Oh, triggering subject.
No. Oh, I see. So you want God to rescue you from...
So this is... The caption says, why God doesn't answer your prayers.
I see. So you want God to rescue you from your stupidity?
Yes, please.
No.
Okay.
Not happening. You don't pray for power. You don't pray for favors.
Yeah.
And you don't pray to be delivered from the necessary consequences of your own stupidity.
I see.
You pray that the pathway forward might reveal itself to you. That, and in all humility.
Yeah.
That's the humility is, I see but through a glass darkly.
Yeah.
Please help me clarify my vision.
Let there be light.
Yeah, that works. That works. It's no different than thought itself. Thought is secularized prayer.
And that's facts. Like my support team 4.5 years ago, when you're going through breakup, you're losing your second family, it's a blessing in disguise. And once again, like they told me, I'm gonna tell you before they told me that saying, right? I'm gonna tell you something before you say this, before I say this, just to let you know, if you want to cuss me out, do what you want to do, feel your feelings. You're not gonna hurt me with your words. I'll hear other words myself. And they tell me that, it's a blessing in disguise. What? And I'd be like, so I'm gonna be blind to a bitch, shedding tears and be lost and confused for now? That pain's not forever. It's only for now. If you allow it to be forever, you can be stuck in your ex. Yes, I know it sucks and it hurts. I was in your shoes. I lost, a family type of. I only got two families, one family. I lost one family wise, right? And I know it sucks. It hurts. The question is, how are you gonna do this again a third time and a fourth time and a fifth time? How many baby moms you gonna have out there type of situation? How many more breakups you go through? How many families you lose to get to this point? So I'm just here to hold you on, guide you, and that's it. And then you don't want to hear it, but it's a blessing in disguise. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Higher can do for you. You can say that, but I'm talking to you. He's not a physical being, quote unquote. So I'm just a messenger. I'm communication. I'm talking to you. That's a positive. That's why you gotta feel your feelings to comprehend your feelings to evolve in life. First hard part is forgive. Communication, right? Not forget you lived it type of situation. Second hardest part, gotta let go. Do close for yourself. Comprehend why you failed, why it happened, right? And that's called comprehension. You're gonna do it for yourself. So I let go of my exes. And first and foremost, you're matching your head, my neck tattoo from NF the rap artist, and you're matching all the doors of pain are wide open. But try to focus on the most recent pain. Toxic relationship, going through a breakup, can't see the kids. That's the most recent pain. Do not overwhelm yourself with all the fucking doors of pain. Because you can't let go of your exes, your past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma. That's of anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger. You got these triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma, and stereotype, insomnia. Everyone got that shit. Don't overwhelm yourself with all the doors of pain. The most recent pain, start with that one. Forgive, communication, not forget once again it happened to you, right? And the second hardest part, let go. Do closure for yourself. And trust me, it's not easy when kids are involved. Try to do co-parenting. Initially, it can be a bloodbath because the feelings are involved every which way. And nobody can get them back at all. So, it can become the bitter baby mom, baby daddy drama like I was initially because the feelings. I don't want no guys around my kid type of situation. Or, remember this. Your partner says, the family fell apart. Fuck this. I'm out. They can become a deadbeat mother, deadbeat father. That is their choice to will. Because they don't know this, which is wrong, quote unquote, but they don't know those conversations. You both don't know this conversation. That's why your relationship failed every which way. Because no one taught you this shit. Hey, just to let you know, forewarn you, when you're being to your partner, this fucking degrading type of situation, you hurt them. When they get up and leave or they go body hopping, you push them away. It's called self-sabotage. That was not your intent, but it's not to become more competition in relationships at all. Relationships are healthy. Toxic relationships are toxic, man. No matter if it's a little toxic, hella toxic. That's not healthy for nobody at all, you know? And that's the shit. And remember this, breakups, especially when kids are involved, but keep it simple, breakups, forewarning, if you're in a positive manner, the longer you are with that individual, the more it's going to hurt you. Whoever's more nice and more pathetic-wise, it hurts you the most. Because you give what? And it's the person that you hurt, narcissistic-wise, it hurts them, but not as bad because they don't want to feel their feelings, so they won't do the healing journey. They'll do what? The body hopping whole face, they jump into a relationship right away. Or they abandon a relationship, that's why they cheated. Because they don't want to feel their feelings at all. They think they'll have someone else do it for them because they make me feel good. Yeah, that's the downfall of everybody. Feelings, you got to feel them eventually. So, if you're in a positive manner, the longer you're with the individual, more going to hurt. Whereas more pathetic wise, right? So, to what do I say? For everybody's out there, you have to comprehend this wise, but it's for in a positive manner. And this is the reason why initially we're like bitter and hateful to our exes. Like, because why? You give an individual 1 year of your life, 2 years, 10 years of your life, right? So what do I say to everybody? Because no one really said this shit. No one to comprehend this shit. You and I cannot get, nor buy back what God Almighty cannot give it to you. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings around people around you, especially by yourself as a partner? Make that shit make sense. And that's the answer for everybody. What? That's the reason why initially you have the right to be bitter and hateful towards them. Because you can't get it back. But the downfall of all beings is what? Our pride and fucking ego. We want to, just to point the fucking finger at my ex, mother of boys, at least we only did 7 years, not 8 years, not 10 years, 7 years. And it was over a long fucking time ago. We could have been broken but a long time ago, but it's pride and ego. My situation from my side, I was like, cool, if she breaks up with me type of situation, she's on me type of situation, she give up in the family. She squashed the situation. Just to point the fucking finger? Fuck all that bullshit. It should have been broken up years ago, right? But once again, raising correctly was, I pray about manifest. Higher source, if that was factual. My family's toxic, her family's toxic. They're older than us, and it hasn't gone in their way. In their favor, okay, and that's the shit. So that's why when you comprehend that shit, the potential to be, verbalize boundaries, have your standards. No one to respect them. The door's right there. You get it, believe. Simple as that. Don't feel guilty at all. It's your choice, man. If the only person you need, chase, compete, cement, and validation, the person marry yourself, not nobody else. Not nobody else at all. And that's why, once again, everyone come life is a blessing. When you leave with us, a lesson. Be positive or negative. There always lessons to be learned. And once you detail codependency, you want it for it to be what? Alone. I'm lonely. The loneliness. My tattoos. That's everyone's words. We say that shit. That's what. I know I make it sound easy as fuck because my real support is 4.5 years ago, but I don't need people. I want people. If they want time, we match energy. We don't take energy. A zillion people in the universe. Why would it's just about 1 or 2 or 10? Everyone's traumatized. We're all broken every which way initially. The question is for how much for longer. If you don't want to start the healing journey, you don't have to, but to call you out like you don't want to start it, that's your choice for real, but then you want a partner in your life. Because you want love. You don't know what love is. You don't have to love yourself. Because if you did, why do we say that corny ass line? People make me feel good. My parents, my kids, my family, whatever. The pastor, my therapist, and then my bullshit. I love my job. I love being therapy. I love working out, traveling. Cool. I get it, comprehend it. I was you, but to call everybody out, once again, if people make you feel good, if my bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that shit make sense. And that little saying be tied on my body pretty soon. Next year for sure sometime. In the beginning of the year, I find the idea tomorrow, finally find out my Cricut machine. So I gotta start making my shirts and hoodies again. And here's the best part, I don't gotta open my mouth. My words will do the talking. You know, majority of my tattoos will be on my shirts and hoodies. And when people see it, it's gonna trigger a lot of people, especially the boys and narcissists, the fuckboy fuckloads, especially in the ghetto hoods. when I make that one that says, all the ghetto hoods, elusive playgrounds, hell on earth, toxic relationships, toxic love and lust. Who's in the trigger? Hella people in the ghetto hoods. They might call me out my shit, like, what? That's wrong. I'm like, well, I'm not saying everyone's bad in the ghetto hoods, but if you're not bad, then you're good. That's cool. You as a being. What about your family? What about everyone around you? Look at the streets. Can you walk the streets safely? I doubt it very much. Especially the female, you can't. Right? So there it is. So if you live in this shit like I do, just maintain. You don't gotta be in the streets at all. At all. Stay at home. Be a homebody, chill with your peoples, and that's it. But don't be in the streets. Clubs, house parties, went around, fuck, bars and bullshit. It's gonna be wild as fuck. You know? And that's the shit. And the best part, they're just words. None of these words have feelings. They won't ever feel none of this shit for nobody at all. They will not shed tears for anyone in the universe. That's a forewarning. You have to comprehend this shit, you know? But I get going, guys. Love y'all. Have a blessed night. Take care. Be safe. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. Please don't feel alone. So, day by day, baby steps, guys. But see you guys tomorrow sometime. I gotta do some gym therapy. Catch my boy, see what's up with my nephew's little man's, and then get ready for work tomorrow. So, once again, DoorDash is cool. Uber, that's holding me down. And it'd be nice to have a job, be stable with downfall. Once again, I preach environments. Used to watch the lost cause. For me, personally wise, tattoos are, especially on the face, neck, is wrong. On a male, as a female, double standards. It's called sex appeal. They'll hire them, no problem. And they got face tattoos, neck tattoos. They're pretty ink wise, right? Nothing would I have respect, nothing against them. And on top of that, once again, real fast, little off subject. I was doing my DoorDash ish. It's a young cat from West Valley, Yakima Valley. He's like, oh man, love your tattoos, man. Shit, I'm thinking about doing like a face tattoo, but I was warned that, I potentially not get a job. I go, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Eastern Washington, here's the kicker. Well, I'm talking to you face to face. Eastern Washington, there is jobs, many jobs. The downfall you put, I'm just forewarning you. You put a face tattoo, neck tattoo, you're not gonna get a job more likely. Really? I go Eastern Washington. I said out loud so everyone can hear me, especially the older adults. Eastern Washington, the mentality here is 1950 time, Rolodex times. Too much really, Bible thumper type of situation, old school ways. You gotta dress like, clean cut, suits and bullshit. Now I go to Seattle, the west side, the best side, they give no fucks about tattoos or piercings. They care about if you're extroverted. They let you know if you're too introverted, shy, just to let you know, their job is fast paced. A lot of you can be ruthless and rude type of situation. And if I was you, I'll get a desk job. I'll tell you that. Or you can try it, but remember that if they cuss you out, you might make your shit tears. Because a lot of people are stressful in life. Some of your coworkers might give them the wrong parts or wrong situation, misinformation, and they take it out on you. You didn't do it to them, but guess what? You're the punching bag. You ready for that? Is that really? Oh yeah, Seattle's my real home. That's why I'm talking to you. But that's why I'm doing the job. It's something better than nothing, don't get me wrong. But once again, I preach about environment. Seattle, please. I could easily do jobs over there, but maybe in due time move back to Seattle. That's my real home. That's where I love being. This is my heaven on earth because I can have these conversations. Potentials everywhere. I got thousands upon thousands in Seattle. Eastern Washington, once again, beautiful girls, not women. They don't know this conversation at all. Nothing wrong with higher source, but really supposed to say this to form the universe. Who's the easiest people to destroy in all the universe? Everyone that's too codependent, of science, aka, atheists, religious people, spiritual people. Good people, quote unquote. They're the easiest people to destroy because you're too pathetic wise, you're too nice, you're too gullible, you're too naive. You call people pleasers. I can sell you a dream. Every which way. I can go to church, but here's the kicker. Actions be down the words. Just go to church, read the Bible, talk about higher source. They say I have more tattoos than the Bible does not make me a better person. They're just tattoos, they're just images. Actions be down the words. How do I carry myself as a being? That's what type of people are saying. I can act nice, be narcissistic. I can be nice, be empathetic. If you don't know what that line means, I can destroy you. And that's my choice, free will. Everyone got that shit every day broke down. What am I choosing? What am I doing? To sell your dream. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To believe my dream. I love you every which way, but I'm looking emotionally cheating. I'm looking at you, at my potential partner, at your best friend, the queens at the church, in front of your face. Nothing I'm looking, but I'm gawking. And it bothers you don't say shit. Cool. I'm your slave master. And you become a slave. I own you. Every which way. I remember that's a scenario. I don't do that, but I can do that. Anybody can do that. Every which way. Everyone has narcissist traits. Everybody has empathetic traits. So that the intent is to master both sides, the yin and the yang. It's better to be a warrior and a guard than a guard and a war. If you can master that, you're speaking like I'm speaking. You know what I'm talking about to the fullest, because you don't get physical with nobody. Words cut deeper than a knife every which way, because words are traumatizing. 'Cause as it is, you're already traumatized. If someone tells you something else or you keep fucking up, it's gonna hurt them more, because they're tired of hearing that. Yeah, it's like, I know the words are feelings, but love you guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Have a good morning. I don't know what time is it. Fuck. Oh yeah. Have a good morning. Stay blessed. Bigo Squad. Take care. Have a good night. Take care. Ciao ciao. And then Likee Squad. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Ciao ciao. Then both on my Facebooks. Love you guys. Take care. Ciao ciao. I would have said TikTok, but I got pulled. And the boys. Then Clubhouse. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao ciao. Mimi. Love you guys. Take care. Be safe. Ciao ciao. Twitch.